Hello there, everybody. Hello there, hello, all. This is the Happy Hour. I am Kevin Logan, the intellectual equivalent of Frankenstein's monster with a slightly melted face. And joining me, as ever, it's the space monster of academia. It's Dr. Kristi Winters.
So Kevin, wow. So I looked at the tablet to look at the chat, and then I saw what picture you put in there. You are so cruel. You are so
All
cruel.
I'm going to say is it's back, people. Embrace the face! Embrace the face! Embrace the face!
And next I want to give a little shout out to Bazinga. That is Done's cat in the chat.
Right.
And I love that name. I love the name Bazinga. It's a great name for a cat, because that's what they do sometimes. Kevin, you have to change that. It's so hideous. I'm not even watching this show, and it's hideous.
Well, Kristi, go back to the Zoom. Go back to the Zoom call, and you won't see it anymore.
Yeah, now it's on my tablet and on the Zoom call.
Exactly.
Fuck you, Kevin Logan.
Exactly.
Fuck you.
You will see this face. You will embrace it. It's a thing. It's the future. I've seen it with my own eyes.
We're gonna put it on your marker. You can fuck with people from beyond the grave.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's gonna be. Is that what they call them in America? Marker?
Well, like a grave. I was gonna say like a headstone, but I thought you'd probably be cremated, and then you have like a grave marker, and then
I'm the Viking burial. Fuck it.
Oh, okay. Well,
put me in a ship and burn the bastard. Yeah.
Right. Well, there'll be a plaque with that picture. Just say Kevin Logan fucking with you from beyond the grave.
Yeah. Then someone will take it down and be like, "Well, yeah, well, you're dead. What are you gonna do?"
You're right. Someone would probably want this as art. Like, they would love it so much, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, this has gone to a dark place, and we haven't even started the show.
Well, how have you been, Kristi? How have you been?
Well, we've been suffering through another bad movie.
We did.
This one is so full of fat. Like, if you let it... I'm sure the canister that it's been sat in all these decades, all the fat has risen to the top and would make a perfect cream. There is just, this movie is
dreadful.
It's a narrative around stock footage.
Basically, yeah.
Anyway.
Well, yeah, I did the kind of weird, jokey intro. It's Frankenstein versus the space monster, or meets the space monster, and it's fucking appalling. It genuinely makes me want to pull my fucking skin off. It was such a waste of time on every possible conceivable dimension. Yeah.
Yeah, I found that at Halloween time when I was looking for bad, scary movies and sort of bookmarked it for trash movies because it was so terrible.
Because we couldn't get Obamaland, which is really annoying.
No, we can't get it over here. We can't get it outside of Obamaland.
Yeah, if someone from America can legally give us a link to that would be cool, because we want to watch Obamaland as well, because it looks amazing. Basically where Obama makes himself, I think, king of America or some shit.
Right. Yeah. Yes. So we ended up watching this, and I was so frustrated. I was like, this scene could have been cut. This scene could have been shortened. You don't have to watch them walk all the way off the screen. The viewer knows what's going to happen if they're walking in a direction across the screen. We don't have to watch them exit every stage left. And so I decided, as a challenge to myself as an editor, I was going to see how much of the fat I could take out of Frankenstein meets the space monster. I also ended up playing around with some extra audio background
every time
soundtrack.
you've told this now 3 or 4 times in the last 10 minutes to me, and now to everyone else as well, and you've added little bits every time. At first it was, well, I just cut down the stop motion, and then I messed with the Frank character arc, and now I've added extra audio. Basically, you've made your own fucking film now.
Yeah, it's a remake. Yeah. So after we do because we're not going to make you watch another 30-minute version of an hour and 17-minute movie, but I will be providing a link to the unlisted video. If you come and watch trash movies, you'll know where to look for it.
Yes.
So that was what I did instead of doing anything real with my life except D&D this weekend, and it was blissful.
Yes, indeed. Well, people want a different image on the screen. Now, you may think to yourself you want a less cursed image, but what comes next might not be less cursed, depending on your perspective.
Is this the other thing?
We're going to be taking a look at this video by a certain Mr. Carl of Swindon.
Oh, yes.
Who is I mean, we've all enjoyed over the last fucking nearly month now, guys. Get over it, you lust, you fucking idiots. Anyway, the copium that's being huffed by these motherfuckers. A great many of them don't seem to want to get off the copium train, which is understandable. It's a comfortable place to be, but still.
Mm-hmm.
You can add your own thoughts there, Kristi. I did stop so you could speak.
Sorry, no, I got paused because someone wants the image back, and I just thought, what twisted mind wants the image back? But I couldn't. I thought you were in the middle of a bit, so.
Well, I could.
Because sometimes you pause.
I'm technically gifted enough. I could put it as a picture in a picture and just have it on the screen always.
Can you put it over Carl's face?
Oh, for God's sake! Okay, well, so I need to image. Okay.
Yes. It'll actually look better.
There we go. There we go.
This video is already better.
There we go. There it is, over Carl's face. So, anyway, Sargon of Akkad is, I think we can all agree, a fucking moron.
Sorry, people in the chat are mixed. They're not sure if they're happy or not, but they think they are. It's a very torn sort of situation.
Well, exactly. Well, look at it this way. It's my show, I'll do what the fuck I want. Shut up, I don't want your input. No, I'm only joking. Yeah, it's cursed either way. This is the thing, people. You have known long enough what this channel was and is and will continue to be. If you are still here, you know this is my fucking... This is exactly in the Logan wheelhouse. Don't fucking pretend like you don't love that shit. Now. Yes. So, copium gone and run amok here. Sidney Powell gets savaged by the media. Now, we've taken a look at Sidney Powell, have we not, Krista?
Yes.
What are our general thoughts? What are our general thoughts on the Kraken releaser?
Well, I think she should hire a proofreader and pay a higher rate because her briefs are embarrassing, and her arguments are fictional. It's putting it nicely, I think. And your thoughts, Kevin, on the Kraken releaser? I
think she's one of the foremost legal geniuses of this or any generation. I think her work in the Northern District of Georgia 8, both misspellings she had in her document, are truly monumental, and she's the saviour of the American Republic. Sorry, couldn't get through the sentence. Genuinely couldn't get through the sentence. Anyway, no, she's a conspiracy theorist lunatic who anyone who takes seriously is a fool. Unto which a sign of Akkad and his
segue to Carl.
Yeah, he's interesting. He's interesting. Let's just adjust. There we go. You got grey beard as well. There you go.
You could just figure out a way to put Carl's mouth over the one on the left and tilt it that his mouth could be speaking out of the picture. No. Like if you could find a way to, sync it up.
Oh, no, I can't do that.
No, you can't do that, but just picture it in your minds, people. The mouths are moving when Carl talks.
Indeed. Anyway, so we'll leave it there, fuck it. And we'll play this absolute nonsense. This genuinely, I think, might bend some minds.
Sib also once made a point about the lotuseaters.com.
Oh, yeah, well, it's still being advertised in the description here. Let's have a look. Oh, no, still there. They're advertising a broken website. Oh, that's in the way now. Let's take that down. There we go. Still down for maintenance. Apologies, everybody.
You're such an asshole.
I am. This is correct. Again, Kristi, you've known me arguably longer than many of the people in the chat. You know what this is.
That's why I'm laughing so hard.
You know what this channel is, and you know what I have become. So. Again, this is on you. If you're still here, it's on you. You have had ample opportunity to get out, Kristi. You suggested this show. You know what I am. Anyway, man. Still down. But I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know what's worse: his political analysis or his website building. I don't know.
That's well. I mean, it depends on the metrics you use. You know, because over time he's been worse about politics in his takes. But I mean, in terms of the number of days it's existed, that website has been nearly 100% a failure.
yeah. The percentages are not in his favour. No.
Right. It's like a percentage of how much he's done or how much he's failed. So, you know, I can see it both ways.
No, still there. Okay. Anyway, I think I'll hit play and let Kristi try and recover. I think.
Thanks.
Sidney Powell yesterday, the Kraken came out unleashed, as it were, a giant.
Can you hear him?
Oh, did I not share with sound for you, Kristi?
Oh, you have to double check.
Oh well, that's most annoying. I didn't. What a twat.
Oh.
Anyway,
well,
I'll go back to the start. Anyway,
okay.
Yes, this opening sentence. Imagine this as a descriptor. Imagine you don't know a lot about this story, so you want to open up with a sentence which gives you a brief, concise description of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Sidney Powell yesterday, the Kraken, came out unleashed, as it were, a giant lawsuit against.
Brilliant. Sidney Powell, Kraken.
The Kraken.
Like you can. You know, you can join the words up into like full sentences, Carl. It can happen.
I think he's trying to be dramatic.
No, I think he's just borderline illiterate.
That might be fumbling for big words.
Yeah, he's not the most erudite of humans.
Michigan and Georgia. Fantastic. We went through it. Seems that there's a huge amount there. We're going to go through some more details today.
Do we think there's a huge amount there, Kristi?
What there? There's no there. What is he talking about? Just because you feel it doesn't mean it's there.
There is a lot. There's a lot of misspelling.
Radiohead reference.
There's a lot of misspelling.
There's a lot of misspelling and ridiculous claims for relief.
Yes, like, can you just give the election to Donald Trump, please?
Yes.
We haven't provided you with any evidence of anything, and it's not literally within your jurisdiction to do so. No. But can you just give him the election, please? Can you magic that?
Yeah. Just magic it into existence.
Yeah.
We just need a win. We just need one win to keep going.
Yeah. And I've just remembered, because I've watched this. Kristi hasn't watched this, by the way, so this is going to be fun for me. But I am going to have to move that image at some point, because the face he gives a quote from a historical figure, Cal Surprise, and the look on his face is so smug just before. He thinks he's so clever. It's just...
Okay. Oh. You can't stick it over the Union Jack. I kind of felt that would be its natural home.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
We can go with that if you want. Don't mind.
Still at eye level.
It is. The mouth minge is very much... Within smelling distance, ironically.
People have to say, where is it worse? Is it worse over his face, or is it worse when you keep getting your eyes pulled away from his face? You have to tell us.
Well, I could just go like that. Just the entire fucking screen. That could happen. See, Kristi, do you regret teaching me how to do OBS? Again, if anyone has any issues here, actually, and I've just realised the weird camera, the mirror lines up with the back of his seat there, so it looks like a picture on his back wall.
Yes, it does.
So that's a picture he's actually got in his office. Good stuff. Anyway, if you've got any complaints about me doing this, blame Kristi for teaching me. She's encouraged. She has facilitated my sickness. So.
Well, I gave him power, and he's not. You decide for yourself how responsibly he's wielding it.
I'll say this now in case I get any delusions of grandeur. If I ever get to like 15,000 subscribers, don't vote for me. Don't ever elect me to any office. I will abuse that power.
You'd be out after one term.
I think I might get rid of terms as such. Come on now.
All right, so
going on.
Carl.
But let's talk about the reaction from the chattering classes, the Twitterati, the usual.
Wait. Wouldn't you want to start with the evidence? I'm sorry. You see, if she dropped this big bombshell with all of this amazing evidence that's going to show wide-scale fraud that will send dozens of people to prison, for federal terms, I would think. But you're not going to lead with that? Explain exactly how the fraud was done, where it was carried out, what it did to the votes, why it wasn't caught in the hand recount? You're not going to go into any of that, Carl. You're just going to go into people's reaction.
Yeah. Well, because this is confirmation bias run amok. He's already assumed that all of the information he's presented is correct and that it means something. Neither of which is true, ironically.
He's paid enough attorneys in his time to maybe. All right.
About what's happened here. I mean, the first thing really that really annoyed me was the fact that Sidney Powell posted this on Twitter, and Twitter marked it as harmful on their website. So they've got one of the things that comes up saying, "Oh, are you sure you want to click on this? This could be dangerous."
Yeah, and it was a mistake, and they went back on that in the end. So who cares?
Yeah,
and it's like, really, literally, to your democracy. What are we saying here? But that really was the very bare minimum, because following this, there has been a systematic campaign of degradation and humiliation of this lady throughout the media. She is bringing very credible charges by incredibly credentialed people about subjects in which they are experts that have.
Tell us what they are. Why aren't you talking about the evidence, Carl? Are you trying to talk about everything but the evidence? Is that maybe what's going on here?
Yeah. Basically, yeah. Because there is no evidence. So
has a profound impact on the future of the Republic, and they are just busy trying to humiliate the lady who's presenting this information. I think this is a complete disgrace.
Yeah, because Carl's always been really, really good at not trying to humiliate women who make political statements he doesn't like. Right.
Yes. Truly, he never goes over any lines that way. Not to warrant a police investigation.
Yeah, I mean, he's so believable in this. He's genuinely concerned for this. He thinks the degradation of women in political life is a terrible thing. He wouldn't even denigrate a woman in politics.
Yes. What are those OAC videos? Should we go have a look at those? Dust those off?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, or the fact that he made his entire existence basically on the back of Anita Sarkeesian is the devil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the first one is just the Newsweek one, which it's just insufferable. Like. This is what they focus on, right? The ridicule by legal experts over typos. This is a consistent theme because
you're not supposed to have those kind of mistakes. But legal documents are supposed to be very precise because it's the precision that is why it's the reason that laws are written that way. That's what that is. If you don't, it shows you haven't put your fucking work into actually putting a case together.
Right. It's about your professionalism. Yeah. It is the court is going to read your document probably once. Yeah. Someone's going to sit down and read it. And if they are getting distracted by typos, it means that you are not keeping their focus and you're making them think that you don't know what you're doing, which is now an unconscious bias they have when they read your arguments.
But also, Carl has outdone himself because, we've always said Carl only reads the title. Yes. He hasn't even done that this time because he's forgotten the last 3 words of this title.
Is he? I thought he was going to get to that. Is he just?
No, he doesn't. No. He literally read the first bit and then got to the comma. Presumably thought that was a period or a full stop at the end of the sentence. Period. Exactly. One. Well, yeah, very sleepy. Got to go to bed. And then lack of evidence was the name of the author. Maybe I don't know. So he didn't bother reading that bit. That bit's not. It's just the typos. They're only talking about typos. They don't talk about the evidence at all. It's outrageous. Yeah. Right,
because you're going to go over that, right, Carl? Because you said you're going to go at it in depth. Okay.
And you'll see as we go through, the complaints are, well, there are some typos in it. It's like, they've obviously had to put this together very, very swiftly.
Motherfucker, they've had weeks to put this together.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Quickly? No, it's just they're idiots.
Yeah, it's unprofessional.
By the way, I think I've got it in the thingamajig somewhere. Where are we? I hope I've got this saved somewhere. What? It turns out they claiming that Oh no, I don't think I have got it saved. You know, they're claiming that Sidney Powell isn't working for the Trump team. Well,
right, yeah.
Well, not just that's at least still partly wrong, but also that the misuse of public funds as well, because it turns out that the documents that were being written for the Kraken cases in Georgia and Michigan were typed up on State Department computers by State Department people.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, you fucking heard. Yeah, that we know that because we know where the documents came from. They can be electronically traced back, and they were written by publicly funded State Department computers.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah. Well, wait.
Yeah. Does she have like those laptops, or does she have people who are working for her inside government that she's paying or whatever? I mean, there's only one. Either she has it or someone's in the building, right?
Yeah.
Those are the two explanations.
Yeah. Either way, it's misuse of public funds for obviously partisan reasons.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we'll have to wait and see until Bill Barr's removed from office to see any Department of Justice investigation into that.
Yes.
Anywho.
Because they're on a deadline, and the argument, well, they should have spell checked it. Yes, they should have spell checked it. I agree. Not the biggest issue in the world, and...
No, but if we go back to the top, Carl, lack of evidence as well, mate.
Yeah. Interesting you keep skipping over that part.
Yeah, look, they slew of typos and mistakes, and then again, you have to read past the comma, as well as lacking any meaningful evidence of voter fraud. It's you put this on the screen. You did that. I've not put this on the screen. I put this on the fucking screen. That's what I put on the screen. That's a different thing entirely. But you put this article on the screen showing as well as lacking any meaningful evidence of voter fraud.
Oh, man. All right, I don't know what's worse right now. That picture or Carl. It is cursed. He's coming up a close second, though.
It is.
He really is.
Anyway, I'll leave it there. Let's just pretend like it isn't there. It's fine. It's a test for you.
Understandable, given the compressed time frame they're working within. But for the fact that this is the main thing that they focus on is, and again, an attempt to humiliate her.
Well, no, she's humiliated herself. She put this document out there.
Yes. And also, you're forgetting that a case without evidence is something that is worthy of ridicule in the legal profession.
Yeah. Yeah, this I don't know that it's even going to make it past the judge throwing it instantly out, because you have to be taken seriously. And part of that is, I mean, typos aren't the end of the world, clearly, but the typos plus the lack of evidence, plus they're asking for things that are illegal for the court to order as relief, suggests to me that the judge is going to go, well, I literally can't, this is not worth taking seriously. This isn't worth the steam off of my fucking cold day piss. What the fuck is wrong with you? Get out of my court.
Again, if this is your big day when all the evidence came out and you're complaining about typos for going on a minute now, I'm suspicious how the rest of this is going to go.
In the eyes of her peers and in the eyes of the public, is disgraceful. It's the same thing that they did to Giuliani, and they are just trying to delegitimize the idea of thinking about this topic.
What? When the guy who had dye running all down his face, is that what he's feeling bad for Rudy for?
My favourite one.
If that was Anita Sarkeesian, imagine what he would be like.
My favourite piece of 4D chess nonsense ever was I covered the video on a stream last week. Styx Hexenhammer, the crazy Nazi scuffed Jesus John Lennon man. He
scuffed like an old pair of shoes.
Yeah, like just a fucked up sort of ersatz version of a John Lennon Jesus character. He's a very strange man. Anyway, he said that the dye running down his face was part of a distraction plan. So that would mean that he did that on purpose. Okay, I mean, I've heard some
such shit.
I've heard some 4D chess nonsense in my time. I've heard them claim literally absurd, dumb shit as 4D chess. Purposefully putting running dye down your head, and then putting, I don't even know, a thermal vest on to make sure you sweat enough to then drip. I mean, think of the thought process that it would take to get to that level of delusion. I don't even know where you. It's amazing.
I know when I'm giving a national press conference, what I want people to really do is not pay attention to what I'm saying.
Yeah, definitely. Well, to be fair, with Giuliani and his ilk and Sidney Powell, I could understand them not wanting to be listened to because the things they're saying are self-ridiculing in many respects. The ghost of Hugo Chavez is working through an office in Germany he shares with George Soros to steal the American election. Like, why would you want people to listen to that? That's nonsense. Anyway.
That's all
Even
they've got, though.
Incredibly important. But anyway, as Newsweek say, lawsuits filed by Donald Trump's former lawyer Sidney Powell have been mocked for containing a slew of typos and mistakes, as well as lacking any meaningful evidence of voter fraud. They keep repeating it. It's just not true.
Go on, then.
Okay, show us.
Go on.
Show us, Carl.
Powell released 2 documents which have been eagerly awaited by supporters of the president, as well as conspiracy theorists and QAnon followers. Well, okay, but sure. I mean, who else? Why single out those groups? Julian Assange supporters, maybe conservatives.
Because they're Trump supporters.
Not just that, but Carl. Oh, God, where do I even begin? Carl, Sidney Powell is a QAnon supporter.
Yeah.
That's why they're singling out groups like that, because she's a part of that. That's what this is. And you, by defending it, are at least aligning yourself with them, even if you're not necessarily a part of them.
Yeah, you got to really be worried about like mentioning QAnon, which is a rabidly pro-Trump group and members of whom have been like doing violence in the United States. Yeah, why bring that up in a national newspaper or magazine?
They should just ignore that and print the obvious lies that these people are saying instead. That's much better. Yeah.
Republicans, maybe Democrats, the 30% of Democrats who think the election's been stolen. Why not include them?
By the way, that's not true either.
Oh, what?
No. I think it was something like 12% said that they thought it might be stolen, and then like another 18% said they would support further investigation. And they clumped that together to be 30% say it's definitely stolen.
No. Also, it's funny because the article says, other people who've been waiting for this lawsuit, just like random Democrats in the States aren't waiting for this lawsuit. No. Only the QAnon people and the Trump supporters are.
But they need to link
That's why they're listed.
No, they need to list every single person who might be waiting for this. Old people at the bus stop might be waiting for these documents. The guy who runs the fishmonger might be,
It's literally whataboutism. What?
Yeah.
You can do what about forever. It's a hypothetical. You're just distracting. Yep. So, yeah, he's really, really pathetic. Yeah. No wonder this has gotten fewer than 20,000
It's really weird. It's like you just want to make the kind of smell of the thing is, weird conspiracy. Don't worry about that, as there's nothing here. They say
because there isn't.
Page suit detailing allegations of fraud in Georgia and the 75-page document focusing on Michigan both contain a series of typos, including spelling district incorrectly twice in the Georgia suit's opening line. Yeah, okay, I agree. Silly mistakes that should have been proofread. But what was in it?
Nothing. They literally said at the start, no credible evidence of anything. They already told you what was in it.
They're avoiding it like you're avoiding it, Carl.
Yeah.
Like, they're avoiding it because it's garbage. You're avoiding it because you know it's garbage.
Yeah.
Like, do we not deserve to know what was being said?
Well,
Nothing.
They're not, Carl. They don't have to reprint the entire thing. It's available. No one's stopping you. Look, it's on Newsmax. Newsmax have to tell you every single word.
Are you really far from your mic? Because you're really quiet to me.
I'm not. No. Am I really quiet? Sorry, I'll turn myself up there.
Well, it turns yourself up in OBS, but it doesn't necessarily turn yourself up with me. So you might be really loud to the audience now.
Kristi, I don't know.
Okay.
Hello. That's fine.
Sorry, everyone. All right, go ahead. Keep going. Go back to it. Sorry. It was like I said, you faded for me for a bit.
No, I'm not.
He does sound quiet.
I'm not going to speak now. Fuck you, all of you. Okay.
Try changing your mic again, please.
We want to be able to hear what you're actually saying, Kev. That's what you sound like.
Well, that sounds better now. Is that the one you want?
It's not the one I want.
Okay.
The one I want. You are the one for. That's better.
All right, there we go. That's better.
And Giuliani said this. The media is keeping this from people, and this is a method.
No, it isn't. No, The media is not keeping anything from anyone, right? The media is under no obligation to print your bullshit.
No.
If you want to, you can go to Sydney Powell at defendingtherepublic.com. That's the name of her fucking joke of a website. And you can find the documents. I did. I read them live on air.
Yeah, it looks like also they have a link to the document there. Anyone can go and look at it.
Do they?
Looks like the political party oh, okay. Oh, that's a sentence?
Yeah, that's a sentence.
I'm sorry.
That's the one in Michigan.
Shit, I thought that was an internet address.
No. That's because the one that you and I had read independently, separately, completely unknowing of one another, was the Georgia one. Mm-hmm. In the Michigan one, she doesn't spell it district, which is slightly annoying. But in the northern district of Michigan or whatever, there are some where it's like a formatting issue on the PDF or whatever. Right. So some of the sentences are literally just poof, like there's no gaps in between the words. So it's the political party organisation shall indicate that the presiding challenger will serve. It's all one word.
Looks like that. Oh my God. That is, honestly, you couldn't hand in your thesis like that. No journal article would accept a submission for review like that. Oh, this is her job. This is why she charges people hundreds of dollars an hour.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
I don't think she's taking the best interns.
No.
Can acknowledge that it exists, but make sure that the public knows nothing about what's in it. In the Michigan lawsuit, the court name is also misspelled in the top line to read Eastern District without the second I of Michigan. Oh, we'll call her English teacher. We'll mark her down. Oh, I'm sorry, Sydney, you got a 6 out of 10 for this?
No, you got a 0 out of 10 for this.
So wait, Carl's going to spend a whole video being mad that the news media were making fun of typos when there's all this evidence out there that they could be covering, and he's going over the drama instead of going over the evidence?
Yeah.
All right, so he's a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Okay. Completely.
It's not relevant.
It is relevant. It absolutely is, because it shows a lack of professionalism.
Yep.
This isn't just some wanker on the internet like you or I, Carl. We can misspell a title. That doesn't matter. This is a legal document she's putting before a fucking court.
Yeah, I mean, imagine a footballer, came onto the pitch without wearing his shoes. Yeah. He lost them, and he's got to go around and disturb other people and try to put together a pair, and maybe it doesn't fit right. And it's just, no, you show up on the day when you're doing your job prepared and professionally.
Yeah. Document misspells the name of William Briggs, one of Powell's key expert witnesses, incorrectly referring him to William Higgs. Oh, dear. I mean,
no, that is really important, Carl, because you have to identify the person who is your fucking key witness.
Mm-hmm.
Because the opposition can say, well, is this William Briggs or William Higgs? Which of these human beings are you talking about? Now, you might think that's pedantic and silly, but it's rather important because you have to know the fucking person.
Mm-hmm.
And they must have hundreds and hundreds of people they didn't know about shortly, before the election, who have come forward and they got a guy's name wrong. Oh my goodness.
Twice.
Not the point.
Twice.
Again.
They got him wrong twice. Williams Briggs and William Higgs when his name is William Briggs. It just shows you its sloppiness.
So basically, William Briggs, unless his name was spelled right, isn't anywhere in that document.
No.
That was filed with the courts.
Yeah, exactly.
But these non-existent people might be.
Exactly, and the defence team can say, well, I'm sorry, if you can't provide this William Higgs for us, we can't take this testimony. Because we looked into William Higgs, and that's not a person that lives in the state. Or something,
Yeah, I wonder if there must be some ways submitting amended versions, but it must be so embarrassing.
It must be, yeah, because it just shows you a lack of precision, which, considering it's the law, a change in grammar can make the total difference in the way in which a law is interpreted.
And also, it's an appellate court.
Yeah.
They don't take that many cases, so...
It's almost like they're under a huge amount of pressure right? in a very small amount of time. The Michigan document contains a number of pages where entire sentences do not have any spaces between the words. That's wrong. What that is a formatting.
No, it does, Carl. It literally does.
Who are you going to believe, me or your lying eyes?
Yeah.
Of course it's wrong. There are spaces there. You just can't see them.
Yeah, exactly. You have to believe that the spaces are there. It's like God.
Oh, please let this play. This is
error when you copy it from the PDF into a text document. I know this because I did this myself for the bit that we're going to go through in a minute. For some reason, the PDF formatting just doesn't come across properly, and so sentences can have 0 spaces in.
Yeah, but that again shows that they've not formatted it properly.
Yeah. Also, he's not disproven the claim entire sentences do not have any spaces between them.
Yeah.
He's actually just explained how it happened, not that it's not the case.
Yeah, you just disproved yourself, Carl.
Even though in the PDF they have spaces in. But again, let's assume that this was just completely true and she'd messed this. So what? So what? What are the allegations?
Carl,
wow, no
because it makes
huh?
it unreadable. What do you?
Yeah.
What the? What does it matter if there's no spaces in the entire document?
Mm-hmm.
Like because
they'll work it out.
Yeah, you have to guess where the words end. Like, oh God, like in order to try and get someone to read this thing, you have to make it readable. A judge is not going to say, "Well, I'm going to pass what this garbled nonsense might be."
Believe me, let's just never underestimate Carl's ability to defend the less than mediocre.
Yeah.
He will go to the mat for failure. He will go and give you a whole, why are you being so mean when it comes to his side doing stuff.
This is the 3% of PDF formatting. That's what this is.
Bradley P. Moss, a prominent lawyer who covers national security, said, rarely does a lawyer need to make their lawsuit 100 pages long. Maybe if you're literally taking down multinational corporation with 25 separate counts, well, they kind of are.
No, they're literally not. They're filing in an appellate court a case against Kemp and Raffensperger in Georgia. And again, their equivalents, was it Whitmer and whoever else in Michigan. That's not taking down a multinational corporation. That's not even taking down an entire state. That's 2 people. You're suing 2 people.
Yes.
So the fact that it's 100 pages, and as I went through, it's multiple times they have the same fucking testimony repeated 3 and 4 times during the document. They tried to beef it up to get it up to 100 pages so it sounds impressive.
Because it looks good. Yeah.
100-page document. There must be so much evidence in 100 pages. There isn't. Trust me, I read it. There isn't.
So, for instance, like they could have had like one transcript and had it listed as Appendix A1, transcript of so-and-so, William Briggs, and then referred to Appendix A, testimony of William Briggs, instead of repeating.
William Higgs, please.
Right? Or is it Williamsburg? And instead they'll just quote at length from the section or even like resubmit it kind of thing.
Yeah, 3 and 4 times they'll repeat the same fucking testimony.
Yeah,
so it's literally they've bigged it up in the same way that in the Black Book of Communism they fudge the numbers to get to 100 million because it sounds impressive. In this case, they bigged it up to get to 100 pages because it sounds so. There must be so much evidence in 100 pages that I'm not going to read because I'm a hick from Kansas. That's the people they're trying to impress. No offense to any hicks from Kansas who are watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe.
Yeah. Also, you have to think again. You're in the mindset of the person reading this. You plop down a 100-page document that they now have to go through. Again, they're going to have a lot easier time reading, remembering, and processing a 25-page document or a 22-page document than something that's more than 100 pages, especially if it's repetitive like that.
She's trying to take down what? Maybe the entire Democratic Party?
And a multinational...
No, she isn't. They're not suing Georgia, especially. They're not suing Democrats, even. They're both Republicans that are being sued in Georgia.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
So they're not trying to take down... They're certainly not trying to take the Democratic Party, but even where they're suing Democratic lawmakers or governors, they're not trying to take down anything.
No, most of the time it's a Secretary of State.
Yeah.
That there is the person who is at the head of these lawsuits, so they're acting on behalf of the state.
Yeah, they're trying to sue to stop the certification of votes. They're not taking down anything.
No,
these two, these two legal fucking rogue scholars are just full of shit. I mean, they're just, these two are idiots. And I like the fact his little fucking pal, his little Joey he's got there with him agreeing, nodding along. He's found a new...
somebody else?
He's found a new
Is there somebody else? He's
found a new V.
Oh, yeah. That's why people were asking me in the chat why you didn't invite V to do it.
Yeah, well, I'll move them out of the way and put him next to them. And I'll go back for a second. Yeah, he's got a little hop along cast.
They need to make their lawsuit 100 pages long.
Pause it,
Maybe
you call him a Joey, like a baby kangaroo that sits in the mama's pocket kind of thing.
That's exactly what it is, yeah. Yeah, he's his little Joey.
Pops up and goes,
come and sit in Mama Sargon's pouch.
Tell me how right I am.
A multinational corporation with 25 separate counts. Well, they kind of are.
She's trying to take down what? Maybe
look at this.
Oh, there he is.
Fucking
I looked away for a second.
Absolute perma-virgin. Look at him. Have you ever seen a person whose cock has been drier in his life? Look at him. Look at this fucking creature. Sorry, I shouldn't. Anyway.
All right. No, I literally looked away and I heard this other voice and I looked up and he was gone. It's been 8 minutes. I didn't even know there was somebody else in the room with him.
No, well, Carl's just been talking and little Joey's been waiting there like, do you need me to agree with you, Mama?
Just bring your lunch. Party? Like, he's not even going to let you talk.
No.
And a multinational corporation, two multinational corporations. And
who?
Yeah.
Systematic and whatever, the fucking Dominion.
Oh my God. Well, okay, but that's not what the lawsuit is about.
Yeah, literally, you stupid bastards. Dominion is mentioned in the deposition, but it's not. They're not one of the plaintiffs or the appellees or the defendants at all. They're not a part of the case.
Nope. They're suing secretaries of state, like Bakvar.
So they're not taking down anything.
Mm-mm.
The various sort
Carl,
of local
you really shouldn't talk about things you don't understand.
Yeah, but then he wouldn't have a channel.
No, he wouldn't have. He wouldn't be able ever talking. Yeah.
He should stick to a website. Oh no, he shouldn't stick to that. No.
Of the Democratic Party that I don't know whether they're technically separate or not, but of
course you don't.
There's a lot here.
Why bother checking?
And complaining. Well, there's too much evidence. It's too long. I'm not reading.
No, they're saying it's a 100-page document that doesn't need to be 100 pages. They're padding it out.
Yeah, kind of.
They're not saying there's too much there. They're saying there's not enough there.
Yeah, kind of like when it comes to talking about the evidence, there's not enough discussion of the evidence in this show.
Yeah.
The same kind of stuff.
It's just Bradley P. Moss's position, and I'm not even joking.
I read the whole thing on a car drive to work.
Yeah, but Bradley P. Moss, it's too long.
Well done for revealing that you're not focusing on the road there, Joey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Summarize it for him, right? But the thing is, this Bradley P. Moss, I had to look into him, and before this was released on the 11th of November, he had published co-authored an article called "No Self-Respecting Lawyer Should Touch Trump's Election Fraud Claims."
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. He and every other mainstream lawyer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So before he even knew what was in Sidney Powell's Kraken.
Yeah, because there's nothing. Carl, the only thing that's in Sidney Powell's Kraken was the same affidavits they've been throwing around for the last fucking fortnight. So it's nothing.
Ooh.
There's no new information there.
Carl could prove the media wrong right now by going into the 100-page document and going precisely to the right pages where all this evidence is and show how wrong they are.
Yeah.
He could do that if there was evidence.
But there isn't.
No.
He'd already said, well, we shouldn't touch it anyway. And it's just like, okay, well, why are we... Oh, we'll just go to the guy who's already said, I'm not even going to look. Like, why? He's not saying anything that's wrong. Who said that?
What?
He's saying...
No, he's saying he looked. There's no case there, and therefore you shouldn't take these cases. He's giving advice to his fellow professionals in the field.
Yeah.
But advice that they don't really need, because they all went, yeah, I'm not taking that shit.
Look, Carl, unlike you, they read it.
Yeah, exactly.
You can tell right now he hasn't read it. He hasn't fucking read it. No. Of course he hasn't. No. Maybe if someone made it into an audiobook.
He read the title and went, I can't see any misspellings because he can't spell, so he doesn't know. Bless him.
Looks good to me.
I didn't even read it. And he's saying, "Oh well, look,
it's got some letters.
You don't forget to run a spell
That's
check."
fine.
It's like, okay, I guess they did. What do you want? Are you going to read it? Are you going to check it out? No.
What do you mean, no? You have no evidence that the people you're referencing here didn't read this document.
None.
No.
Again, I believe they did more than I believe you did.
Yeah.
Say, I'm not going to touch it.
Like if he can't see the evidence, there is no evidence.
Yes.
And then someone's like, "Oh, come on, you've got to
shut
do it."
up, Virgin.
It's spelled wrong. So
Blah 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 blah. Don't need to hear it.
Isn't it literally? There's a meme where
These people can only talk in memes. Oh God.
Well, this is a deep conversation.
And this is why you can't get laid, Joey. Sorry.
I would refute your point, but there's a spell check, so
You go on, sorry.
Yeah, they said they were going to do, they had staff to do great research. Well, Carl wasn't going to do the research, but there are other people who are going to do research. I don't see any research in this show, if I'm being honest.
Also, you're saying, they're hiding the documents from people. I just checked in the thing. He doesn't link the Powell documents. Motherfucker. Like,
what a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but they do research at they do research as well as they do their websites.
Oh, no. Okay. So I thought, well, they'll have it on there, won't they? They'll have it on that, but no.
Say, at this point, I'm starting to think, this website is going as well as Carl's video game idea.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. Did he fraudulently get thousands of pounds out of his supporters for the Lotus Eaters? I don't know.
Well, he's talking about giving them refunds or rebates toward other months in the future.
Coupon of a cat. Yeah,
coupons.
Yes, that's exactly the meme that is being played out here. Sorry, I'd look at the evidence, but look at all those spelling mistakes. 100.
No, they literally said there's no evidence.
Mm-hmm.
They already told you. You can disagree, but you do have to show why you disagree, and they haven't.
Also, move along, Carl.
Yeah.
Like, you've been doing the same topic for 6 minutes now.
Pages long. I'm not reading that. So, essentially, it boils down to The Independent. If we can get the next one, it just outright calling her a conspiracy theorist now. Conspiracy theorist Trump.
Yeah. Why don't you read that? Why don't you read that quote, Carl? Can we go back? See what he edited out of his podcast?
Go on. Yeah. What?
Oh, okay. You don't have to read 104-page Kraken submissions by Powell. Here's a good summary. Conspiracy theories and spelling mistakes litter them. How she was once a federal prosecutor beggars belief. It should only be about the evidence, and none of this overwhelms or stands up to scrutiny.
Yep.
Oh, that'd be a little too close to home, huh?
Yeah, the next one. It just outright calling her a conspiracy theorist now.
She is, Carl. Should we go onto Twitter and have a look at her? Because she's literally a QAnon lunatic. Oh, look at that little face! Oh my God. Sydney Powell. Where is she? Has she been blocked or something? What? She's usually one of the people that's first up.
Pops up.
Oh no, there she is. Okay. How far do we have to scroll down before we get to Q shit? Patriots.
You understand their language better than I do.
Indeed. All your more vuvuzela straight away. Mm-hmm. Nice. There we go. Where we go we go all. Yep. She's literally a QAnon supporter. So why, when literally having admitted, or at least tacitly admitted, earlier that QAnon is conspiracy theory stuff, and that why are you only focusing on the conspiracy theorists? Here, Sidney Powell is retweeting QAnon nonsense.
Why is Lawrence Fox trending again?
Oh, we'll get to that. That's in the bookmarks.
Okay.
Yeah. There's all manner of crazy bullshit. General Flynn. Oh yeah, convicted.
Plenty of that.
Convicted traitor there. Good.
Yep. Confessed twice.
Indeed he did. This QAnon loser, whoever he is, retweeted him. That's okay. So there's plenty of nonsense. In fact, the Kraken is literally a QAnon thing originally.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's based on like a movie from like fucking 15 years ago or something. But they keep going about releasing the Kraken, like the massive information dump. And now they've got a new one, because this one obviously falls flat on its face. So the new one is the Kraken on steroids.
So nothing on steroids is still nothing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
it's like you can times nothing by nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a billion.
Or a billion.
Or Google. It doesn't matter.
Or 7. That is also a number.
Still nothing.
Yeah.
Conspiracy theorist Trump lawyer Sidney Powell sues in Georgia
Clash of the Titans
with error-filled Kraken suits. Okay.
I mean, technically, it's not wrong. She is alleging a conspiracy.
But no, yeah, exactly.
No, that's Joey. That's not what they mean, is it? She is literally alleging a conspiracy. That is true.
Yeah, is that what he just said to his Lord and Savior there?
Yeah.
That she's.
But that's not what they mean by conspiracy. They mean she literally believes in this QAnon fucking pedophile child eating ring in Washington D.C. pizza parlors.
She thinks Hugo Chavez's ghost is able to manifest votes, apparently. So.
Well, yeah, but that's obviously true. I don't know if that's not a conspiracy. That's just correct, Kristi. Hugo Chavez's ghost is he said, "If you strike me down, I shall become far more powerful than you could ever imagine," and it's true. He is. He is.
Okay. You're kind of mixing up your Clash of the Titans and Star Wars references.
The Vuvuzela. No, he's a Vuvuzela Jedi. He is.
Technically, it's not wrong.
I missed that part of the
But
movie.
it is also a way of trying to discredit her and humiliate her in the public square, despite the fact that they're not addressing any of it. Her complaints,
Wait,
He's just left Joey on the screen.
Oh, can you just?
He's not even talking.
He's just looking to the side of the thing. Sorry, but I'm sorry. If something is factually true, then isn't it the defense against claims of defamation? You want to say, I'm saying something true about her to tarnish her own reputation? Well, that's not the newspaper tarnishing then.
Yeah, that's what she did to
herself. If it's true about her, yeah.
She played herself. That's what happened there.
Election fraud are conspicuously riddled with misspelled words, garbled sentences, and formatting issues. Okay, so what were the allegations?
That's not just going. Okay.
He just looks terrified. Pulling out a Stefan Molyneux.
Yeah.
Independent. And then at the end of it, they bring on the person who's being accused to just deny it, and that's the end of the article. And this is not.
Well, yeah, because for legal reasons, I think it's probably good to get a say-so.
Yeah.
Say, well, this is what the Trump team claim, and Dominion are saying no. Okay, so who cares then? I mean,
what, you just want one side of it to be news? That's not news. That's propaganda.
Exactly. Why are you trying to hide what Dominion have to say, Carl? Why don't you want the people to know? Dickhead.
Unique or rare or anything like that. These were just the top examples I pulled off Google.
I can see them.
Yeah, you're a lazy prick.
Why are we listening? Why are we watching a guy listening to Carl? Who is editing this fucking video?
Maybe it's Joey himself, and he's thinking I can get some screen time.
Yeah, I'm just gonna show myself listening because that's what people want to look at. What?
The 96,000 ballots must be disregarded.
Yeah.
Just no explanation why.
Yep.
Those were the ones.
Well, because they're saying that demonstrate problems with the state's electoral machinery. Joey, read the first half of the sentence, mate. It explains what the claims are.
The bit in the second half is an explanation of the things they set up in the first half of that sentence. Yeah, gotta read the whole thing.
Yeah. Mad.
Ones that what were they? They were requested but not returned, and then they were just counted.
Yep. Doesn't matter.
You're not going to know that if you read the mainstream media. It's just no information. 700,000
unaccounted for ballots turning up, which is more than the number of ballots that were
700,000.
Not even worth mentioning.
What?
No, this is another one of the conspiracies. This was put out. This was actually retweeted by Donald Trump as well.
Of course it was.
Do I have the? Hang on, do I have it bookmarked? I hope I do.
Is it that recently?
Yeah, it was in the last couple of days that it was retweeted out by Trump. Do I have it? 75%. There we go, yeah. Right. So. Right, that's a great picture, by the way.
Yeah.
Right, Trump uses data from wrong election to claim massive voter fraud in Pennsylvania. Basically, I'll read through it in a second, but basically... this guy called Mastroni or whatever his name is, who's a Pennsylvania state senator, put out this thing saying there were only 1 million requested mail-in ballots sent out, and then 2.5 million came back. 700,000 fucking votes unaccounted for.
Yeah.
That was information from the primary in Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
In the actual general election, they sent out 3.2 million, and of which 2.5 million came back.
Yeah. So there's actually like 7. Well, yes, there were more people who didn't turn, or they turned them in person, or they brought them in and scrubbed them and revoted with new ones or whatever. But yeah, okay.
Mastriano, Senator Doug Mastriano, tweeted out this image. Now these numbers are technically correct. This bit here is correct, but then he's added, or someone's added, Pennsylvania reports that they mailed out 1.8 million ballots, of which 1.4 million were returned, yet the total number of 2.5 million. Where did they get the extra blah votes come from?
All right, before you move on, okay, have your comment and then I want to say something on this.
No, go on.
All right, here's my rule. If a chart like that doesn't include the name of the source and like the year and a link ideally, but if it's like Pew Research Center, July 2020, whatever, that's fine. If I see something like this without a source, it's garbage.
Yeah.
Maybe it's true and someone didn't cite the source. You're better off here with false negatives than false positives, people. Yeah. So that's just a good rule of thumb. And Carl hasn't learned that yet.
Yeah. And Trump tweeted this out, naturally. And yes, so as Derek Willis noted on Twitter, it's astounding that a state official in Pennsylvania would brazenly use data from the wrong election as the basis to overturn results. That Pennsylvania state senator would use... it's the same fucking thing. Here we go. Yeah, this Donald Trump retweeting it. Absolute nonsense.
God, garbage.
Yep, it gets even worse. Mastriano suggested that mounting evidence shows the presidential election in Pennsylvania was stolen, and that the state legislature should choose delegates... By the way, this isn't going to happen. Delegates to the Electoral College that will overturn Biden's win.
So he's basically just virtue signaling for Trump supporters.
Yep.
Okay.
Absolute
or lying,
nonsense.
Actually. It's not even just virtue signaling. He's actively engaging in propaganda. And Carl fell for it, because he's a gullible fool.
Indeed he is. I need to scroll down to the start of my thingy again. Come on.
Good.
Goats. There we go. We did that in the last show, the goat and the pig. So anyway.
1.8 million sent out, 2.5 million returned.
Just a conspiracy, bro.
No one's got anything to say about this. Just
no, it's a lie, Joey.
What?
Yeah. No, it's just a lie. No, people have got plenty to say about it.
Yeah.
That it's incorrect, that it's fraudulent. The claim is incorrect and wrong and bad.
And you're spreading it on your channel.
Yeah.
Word. It's so weird. But it's embarrassing.
If you smuckle, that wins the argument. Official.
I didn't hear what you said because Carl was being very loud. Can you restate that?
I said if you smuckle, you just win the argument. That's how it works.
Oh, right, because it's an automatic, smuggling victory. It's like a TKO in boxing.
And in fact, it's terrible. And a couple of days ago, this wasn't in response to Sidney Powell, but this is in response to the general atmosphere of what's going on. Andrew Cuomo, one of the last people I would have expected to have said anything reasonable or rational.
The evidence.
Especially given
voter fraud evidence. Carl.
There's none.
He has
I can't believe
the COVID thing. I mean, the other day he was...
How do you defend something as existing and not being able to explain how it exists? I'm sorry. I'm just like... I forget how he doesn't have a bottom intellectually.
No, he does. He does. It's Joey. Sorry.
Joey?
I was doing a gay joke.
Oh, right. Oh, bottom. I get it now.
Sorry. That's bad. I shouldn't have said that. But the joke was there. I couldn't resist. Apologies. Anyway. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Saying that sheriffs who refuse to tyrannize the people in their districts are tyrants for allowing them to operate with COVID existing in the world. And it's like, okay, that's weird. And
I'm sure that's how it was said, right?
Exactly the backwards position that I would have held. But anyway, Cuomo just turned on the reporters the other day, saying, look, the way that you are acting is just unacceptable. And I completely agree with what he says here. There is a nastier tone now with the press, not just in New York, but all across the nation.
But Carl, can you understand why the press might react that way to a person who has endangered their lives by saying they're the enemy of the people, to people who are engaged in domestic terrorism?
Yep.
I can understand why the press might be a little bit hostile.
Also, can we talk about how Trump talks to the press?
Yeah.
Can we talk about setting the tone from the top in terms of showing respect?
Yeah, you're a lightweight. You can't talk to me like that. I'm the
Yeah,
president.
I'm the president. Don't you ever talk to the president like that. Just like the patriarchy and the threat of violence and menace behind that is, you just got a glimpse into his family life in that press conference, and it's terrifying.
Yeah.
It's absolutely terrifying how he rules his family.
Yeah.
There's a nastiness and disrespect that never existed before. He said this in an interview with a public radio station based in Albany. If anyone had used the tone that they use with me in some of these press conferences with my old man, you'd be lucky if he didn't come around and deck you. So, based Andrew Cuomo.
Oh, so political violence is okay now?
Of course. Yeah, you like violence, Carl. We know it.
Okay, interesting.
I mean, just be honest.
The way that they question President Trump in some of these press conferences, I've never heard a tone used with the president. There's supposed to be a decorum. You cannot like the person or disrespect that person, but there's still an institution that each person represents.
Is Carl tone policing now?
Oh yeah, no, because he's a petty little bitch. But the point is, now I disagree with Andrew Cuomo here. Although I understand from his perspective as a person in that situation, he wants that decorum to remain. Obviously, it suits him. But I disagree with Cuomo, and I disagree with the general sentiment here, because if you expect the decorum of the office, if you expect the respect of the office, you have to act that way. Like, oh God, Jesus, this is going to sound so bad. I'm not trying for a moment to rehabilitate George W. Bush. He's evil scum and should be at the ICC for war crimes. Just saying. After 9/11, he came out and did the whole Islam is a religion of peace thing. Like, he tried to quell fear. He then used fear to do war and stuff, obviously. But the point is, he was, at least even he, had the decorum to try and act presidentially at times of national crisis. And so you offer him at least the decorum of the press speaking to him normally. Apart from the incredibly awesome Iraqi dude who threw a shoe at him. Legend. Anyway. Although, fair play, he dodged it. You've got to give him that. He had some matrix skills on that one. And Barack Obama, again, similarly, acted with the decorum of that office. And so you understand them being given. When the motherfucker comes in, lies to your face blatantly, which you expect to a degree, because they're politicians, however much Trump tries not to be, or claims not to be a politician, lies blatantly to your face, calls you the enemy of the people, says everyone's fake news. I'm sorry, and then continually embarrasses America on the national stage constantly by lying and acting like a fucking buffoon.
Trump goes after women reporters with particular viciousness.
Yeah,
as well.
I'm sorry,
women of color.
You give what you get. The office itself doesn't do anything. If you're not going to be... Look, the reason that office holds that weight is because the people that came before it entered into a kind of unofficial pact of acting like presidents do. If you don't act like a president, you don't get that sort of... prestige.
Same energy back.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, by the way, before you hit play again?
Unprofessional.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
They don't know the facts, and after...
Someone was asking if we've heard about Friended, and I hadn't heard that name in years. Do you remember Friended?
I do remember Friended. Yeah, Adam is his real name, I think.
Yeah. Like so we actually Friended's been around for ages. Has Friended always been a Carl ass kisser?
He's certainly been on that kind of far right tilt, hasn't he? And I know he's certainly bought into the copium train thing in recent days. Okay. But I haven't. Has he done something specific you wanted us to comment on? If no, so, link people.
Yeah. It was just mentioned by them. I don't think they have mod rights. I don't know if they can put in the link. But it was just so long since I even thought about Friended. I just thought I'd mention it.
Yeah, well, should we check him out? Let's have a look.
Okay.
I know he's on Twitter because I've seen him. Look at that little face. Oh my god. Adam Friended, I think, is his Twitter handle or something. Friended Forever, is this him?
Oh god. He pinned his tweet of oh no. What was that one of him and Vosh? Was that recent?
I don't know, was there
if you go back. Yeah, at the top.
Did he go on Socialism versus Capitalism from January?
Okay, it was ages ago. All right.
Okay. So presumably they had a debate or something. What's he been up to? Kenosha.
Oh, great. Kenosha.
How 2 paths
Great.
crossed in a fatal encounter. Okay. Yeah, see, he's doing the whole...
leftist.
Oh, look. Oh, the graph went up on the line. Oh, fuck off. The best thing about the post-election electoral college fight is the Ben Shapiro-style sponsorship spots in Rudy Giuliani's videos explaining the court case.
What court case?
The Rudy... Hang on. Shapiro's... What? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I don't know. Is Ben buying some...
Oh, he's a centrist. Oh, of course
ads?
he is. Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know what you want me to
Everybody
talk
hates
about.
them. Yeah. Yep. So that's ended. Yep. We know them. I mean, not personally. We know of them.
Yeah.
Really biased questions. They come in with a question to fit what their editor wants for that night. There are reporters who ask questions which are unintelligent. And I mean, how is he wrong? It's like the way that Sidney Powell is being treated. Now, in the defense of a few places like The Hill...
He's just like standing for Sidney Powell being, having mean words said about her in the media, using their free speech rights.
Yeah.
Wow. This is what passes for content at Lotus
places
Eaters,
I think are actually...
No, is it? Hang on, let me have a look. No, oh, no, sorry. Well, they haven't got any content at Lotus Eaters.
No content at the website.
More connected to what's going on in the United States. So, sort of insider, sort of The Hill, Politico, things like that. They actually haven't been on a crusade to humiliate Sidney Powell, or at least not to the extent that the other ones have. I've seen a few of the articles, and they're a lot more...
So they're being mean to Sidney Powell?
Yeah. For 10 minutes.
That's his entire fucking thing, okay.
God, it's so sad. I think people pay money for this shit.
I'll put the thing back over his face for everyone. I don't want to subject you to the nightmare fuel that is Carl Benjamin's face.
Neutral than before. Obviously, they've looked at this and gone, Christ, this we better just do our jobs.
What?
What is he talking about? I'm sorry. I think I must have missed a step there.
Well, he's talking about The Hill and Politico, thinking that it... But again, you have to show us an article from them saying this, Carl, because you're just insinuating.
Yeah, he's just imagining. No, this is his fantasy imagination.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
Well, it's not surprising, because he's got diversity of strength, which was a thing written by a socialist, on his chest. So, I mean... You
can make anything be anything.
Yeah.
Look, let me just make up this hypothetical reporter at this real world place that has real world reporters, and then I'm going to read that person's mind and have a conversation about it. What?
But they don't really report any of this concrete information. Some of the concrete information we're going to go through now. One of the depositions, I think they're called, that was presented by Sidney Powell was testimony from a Dr. Navid Keshavarez Nia. I have a bachelor's degree in electrical...
I think we've got the joke now with the thing. I'm just going to get rid of the image. You get the idea. We're over an hour into the bastard show. Remove. Yes.
I just the best was people who came in 10 minutes late and be like, what the fuck am I looking at?
Yeah. Fair enough.
In computer engineering, a master's degree in electronics and computer engineering from George Mason University, a PhD degree in management of engineering and technology from Cal Southern University, and a doctoral degree in education from George Washington University. I have advanced training from the Defense Intelligence Agency, Central Intelligence Agency, National Security Agency.
But Carl, doesn't that mean he's part of the deep state?
Yeah.
So it's okay. You can trust the CIA and the NSA and the DIA and all of that. Absolutely trust all of that when it suits you, when they're backing up what you already think.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Also, I don't know what these declarations are. Is declaration spelled like that? Maybe I'm just thinking.
No, it's
Claire, like cleric.
Declaration, isn't it? So I think they've misspelled it. Hang on, shall we have a look?
Yeah.
Declaration.
Yeah, it's with an A.
Yeah, with an A. Yeah.
All right. I wasn't going.
Even in law,
bug-eyed.
it's spelled with an A. Yeah.
Yeah. So, another misspelling. All right. Well, I mean, whatever. But I don't know if they start with the establishing your credentials. What if he gets through all of this and then he says, "And I saw someone say something to a buddy I knew." Tell me what you know first. But anyway.
Yeah.
NHS Office of Intelligence and Analysis and Massachusetts Institute of Technology. That is an amazing resume.
Well,
why, Carl? I
depends.
I thought that you couldn't trust these academics. Interesting.
Also, how is this relevant?
Yeah.
I mean, is he going to give testimony about something that has to do with these things, or if he's just bragging at this point? Like, what is the point of this? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Just a set of qualifications, just on its own, as well as where he has been trained and worked. I am employed by a large defense contractor as a chief cybersecurity engineer and a subject matter expert in cybersecurity. During my career, I have conducted security assessment, data analysis, security counterintelligence, and forensics investigations on hundreds of systems. My experience spans 35 years performing technical assessment, mathematical modeling, cyber attack pattern analysis, and security counterintelligence linked to FIS operators, including China, Iran, North Korea, and Russia. I've worked at...
But not Vuvuzela, so get the fuck out.
From the looks of it, we've had an entire page of not relevant. Yeah. I mean, he might have these credentials, but that's not evidence of voter fraud.
No, having an expert witness is fine, but I'm not sure how that really works, given that you're not... Like, I think you're trying to establish the plausibility of this. No one's saying it couldn't be stolen. You're saying show evidence that it did get stolen.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how and by whom. You know, motive, opportunity, and means.
Well, to be fair, I think motive
kind of need all three.
Motive kind of is a bit moot. I think we know what the motive would be.
Right, but you still have to just show the people who were involved had a motive of some kind.
As a consultant and subject matter expert, supporting the Department of Defense, FBI, and U.S. intelligence community agencies.
So deep state. Deep state, George Soros communism. Yeah, okay.
DIA, CIA, NSA, NGA, and the DHS and INA supporting counterintelligence, including supporting law enforcement investigations. Is there anyone on Earth that is better qualified to talk about whether Dominion have had a problem with their voting machines than this?
And possibly, Carl, there are probably loads of people who are. But regardless, he's clearly, like, assuming any of that's true, a qualified person to talk about these sorts of things. That's fine. But just saying it's possible that Dominion have problems doesn't show anything.
Nope.
You need to prove that this election was stolen.
Yeah, so you can't go, the machines in theory could be hacked.
Yeah.
Well, sure, our nuclear energy systems in theory could be hacked. Doesn't mean they already have been.
Yeah.
You know, so a guy going on and on about his credentials is not evidence of voter fraud. He might even be qualified to talk about voter manipulation, but unless he's got specific evidence about these companies, it's nothing.
Yeah. But he's just trying to baffle.
He's not giving expertise.
His idiot fans. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what here. Let me justify the money you're shilling out for me to tell you this crap.
No, they're shilling out for the awesome website. Oh no. Oh, never mind.
Nuclear. People are yelling at me about my pronunciation.
Yeah, I was going to say, having mentioned George W. Bush, you pulled one there. Definitely.
You planted the seed.
Nuclear weapon. Oh, fuck's sake. You illiterate boob.
This guy.
Not you, illiterate.
Yes,
I mean,
everyone. We're all caught
Bush.
up now. Yes, Haruka, chill out.
Yeah, it's not that important.
I'm going to call it nuclear now just to piss you off.
Yeah, I mean, you got fucking way too aggro over the mispronunciation of a word. Wow, calm down, man.
Probably not. I was half expecting you to say, and I've also got 270 confirmed kills and blah blah.
Right? It sounds absurd.
Oh, you absolute virgin. Fuck's sake. I'm sorry. I know it's not the most important thing in the world, but he is. Look at him. I could blow that beard off from here. You fucking... anyway. Sorry.
You know, I don't do virgin shaming, so it's not a word I think about anymore, but I have to say, when you do call him a virgin, it's just like, because he's so fresh-faced and obviously knows nothing about the fucking world, that it
and he's
just,
never
like,
known the touch of a woman. Let's be honest.
You have a woman's hands. You have a woman's bottom.
Fair enough. Yeah. The rain beats down so hard it makes your head bleed. Well, some sort of hat would be in order then.
Blackadder, love it.
Almost. The level of education and experience this man has So if anyone is a credible expert on what's happened during this election, it looks like this guy might know something.
No, that just means he knows about cybersecurity. It doesn't mean he's got any expertise on this election.
Or these machines.
Or these machines specifically, yeah. Because again, isn't it that these were invented by the vuvuzelas? And he said China, Iran, all these other countries, but they didn't say Venezuela. So why should I take him specifically rather than an expert on cybersecurity and the ghost of Hugo Chavez?
Yep. Oh, Carl.
And
anyway,
also, yes,
sorry, I got
go Bruins. Sorry.
There you go. Yeah.
Someone in the chat said it. So.
Think about what he's talking about. In paragraph 6, he says, I've performed forensic analysis of electronic voting systems, including the Dominion's the DVS, which is Dominion's Democracy Suite, ESNS, acquired by Dominion, Sintel SOE software, and the Smartmatic systems used in hundreds of precincts.
Well, no, because didn't they already say Smartmatic isn't a part of Dominion? Wasn't that already established?
Yep. Yeah, they're already separate. They don't do anything. They have nothing to do with each other. Yeah. So this is wrong.
Key battleground states. He has analyzed the direct machines that we're talking about. It's not like he's just got abstract knowledge of just, well, I know how cyber hacking and voter fraud works. No, he's seen these machines used by these companies and performed forensic analysis on them. But he says, I conclude that a combination of lost cryptographic key contained on stolen USB memory cards, serious exploitable system and software vulnerabilities, and operating system backdoor in DVS, Skittle, and SOE software and Smartmatic created the perfect environment to commit widespread fraud in all states where these systems are installed.
Okay, so the possibility exists that something could have happened. Show me that it happened.
Yeah. I mean, how is he making this conclusion? Because if you look down, sorry, if you can go back to the page you were on before.
Sorry, go on.
It says, my analysis of the 2020 election from New York Times data shows statistical anomalies across background state votes. He doesn't explain what these statistical anomalies are. He doesn't explain his background on statistics. So I don't know how
he possibly know they were widespread and systemic? The official numbers, because this was put together on the, it was filed on
before the certification. The 25th.
Hang on. Yeah, so the 25th.
November.
Yeah. Which means this must have been put together a couple of days before then. The official numbers weren't out yet. So there's no way he could know. So based on what the New York Times said had happened, I don't care. Yeah,
he doesn't give the date for when he pulled the data from the New York Times here. No. So it could have been election night for all we know.
Yeah.
And also, if there were these widespread failures, why did a hand recount in Georgia, which didn't use any of these machines, get the same fucking result?
Also, I conclude with high confidence that the 2020 election were altered in the battleground states, resulting in hundreds of thousands of votes that were cast for President Trump being transferred to President Biden. How can you possibly know that? How can you possibly know that?
I don't. And even if it happened in the machines, it wouldn't happen in the ballots.
No. And they were hand-counted in Georgia and Wisconsin.
Yeah, Milwaukee. And and everywhere else they could get a hand, they could force a recount in a place where a lot of people of color live.
Yeah. Also, President Trump's become the first presidential candidate in history to lose 2 recounts.
Oh, well done, Donald.
You are a history maker. No one thought it was possible. I'm the bigliest vote recount loser in the history of the world.
Well, I mean, only he has joined a very elite third now impeached president, as well as now a champion to lose 2 recounts.
Lost 2 recounts, lost 2 popular votes, and was a one-term loser. So, well done.
My analysis of the 2020 election from New York Times data shows statistical anomalies across these battleground state votes. Who are these insufferable journalists to turn around and say that this guy's expertise and testimony and
No, hang on. As a Brexiteer, Carl, can I ask, are you now saying that we should listen to experts? Because I thought the experts were all like crazy communists who can't be trusted, indoctrinated by the vuvuzelas or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. He's not been in part of any investigation. He's inspected on these machines. He's consulted with no secretaries of state. He took newspaper article numbers and combined that with his conspiracy theory to deduce some plausible sounding to people who don't actually work with election machines and data and all this stuff, things to put before a judge.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't know anything. I mean, he probably knows stuff about what he knows about, but he doesn't know in a sort of like, I can see the evidence that there has been fraud here. He's got the numbers, he's got a conclusion, and then he's putting in the number and he's working his way backwards to what he wants to say.
And as Eric points out in the chat, Donald Trump has won the popular vote exactly the same number of times as everyone in the chat. Unless Barack Obama or someone like that is in the chat somehow, in which case that wouldn't be true.
Hillary Clinton too.
Yeah, Hillary Clinton maybe. I don't know. Bill Clinton could be around. Fuck knows. Did Jimmy Carter win one? I'm trying to think who's alive that might.
But I think
the ghost of Ronald Reagan.
I think here, obviously, we're putting Trump amongst his peers, not amongst the general population.
No, but I think it's just telling that he literally has. He's won as many popular votes for American president as Rory Katz. So
right, yeah, he's that successful.
The actual Rory Katz, not the imposter, in the chat.
The real cat's the imposter cat. Wait, what?
Indeed.
Analysis are not evidence, are not worthy of consideration.
No one's saying they're not worthy of consideration. They've been considered.
Yeah.
They're clearly not worth a fucking bucket of warm piss. So they're dismissed.
I don't know if Carl understands that having an opinion isn't evidence.
No, it's really not, no.
You don't get to step and declare yourself an expert to give a conclusion you've already decided.
Yeah.
You know, you don't justify backwards.
Indeed.
Ridiculous.
A man with decades of training and decades of work.
Shut up. Intimate information
and
experience with these exact systems. Who has hacked
not
them
the
himself
machines.
Previously. Yeah. Who has studied the way that voting tabulation comes in because his career is to monitor these elections, this election software. Like, who else would we speak to with better credentials?
If you just smockle, you win. I'm sure, there are loads and loads of, architects and engineers for 9/11. Like, there are some crazy bastards around. Just because he's got, this long resume doesn't mean he's worth anything. He could just be fucking mental. He could be being paid. Project Veritas could have paid him. They certainly got fucking past history of that.
When they're going to put this guy up on the stand, they're going to say, well, do you have any direct experience with these machines or working in these states? He's like, no, but let me tell you a bunch of stories for an hour and a half that have nothing to do with anything. Yeah. Like, again, having an opinion is not evidence.
Yeah, it's not.
I just can't get over it. And so what I think is happening...
Think about it.
...is actually, obviously, not that anyone in the media appears to care about truth or the evidence or the...
What evidence?
Fucker, look in the mirror. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no kidding. Your channel is garbage, Carl. Your channel is video garbage.
Integrity of the system. To overlook things like this is a dereliction of duty. To keep this... What? I mean, just that.
Yeah, Carl, the Republicans who put it in power in Georgia and the fact that Donald Trump has consistently undermined any bipartisan efforts to have an electoral vote count reform... Yeah, I'd say that is a dereliction of duty. I agree. Or maybe he's talking nonsense. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
From the public is massive, and I think that we've arrived in a place that's actually not very new. I really think that.
No. I put in
is this?
I put in the title of this stream that Carl huffs Super-Copium. We've seen that.
Yeah.
The second half is though that he also huffs his own farts.
Oh, great.
This might be the smuggest, most pretentious, irrelevant bullshit you will ever see in your entire life.
Can I also just... Okay, so before we move on to part 2, just to say, that first part was just garbage, rotting, stinking, pointless garbage of complaining whataboutism and then demonstrating that there's no evidence. Like, if he's going to go over one thing, one guy who claims that he can prove fraud because he knows something about something. Wow. Okay, but now Carl is going to lecture us. He's going to be all high-minded and...
Professor Benjamin is going to teach all of us plebs a little bit about history.
Oh God! Oh no! He didn't. He didn't come onto your turf, did he?
He came onto my turf and he came onto my heart. That's dangerous. You shouldn't be doing that. Anyway.
No, if you can do that, you should probably see a doctor.
He came on Joey's back as well, but that's just a pre-game ritual for them, I think. Anyway, this is so. Oh God, this is seriously. This cringe could power cities. I swear to God.
What this reminds me of is the kind of we're looking at the kind of fall of Athens here. I know that's it might be I love my ancient Greek reference.
Look how happy he is with himself. Look how smug he is.
You might not be smart enough to understand this, but I'm going to talk about it anyway.
It might be.
Look how happy! Look at that face.
God. Oh.
I love my ancient Greek references.
Let me just drop this in and then expecting that my audience is perfectly comfortable with that. Make a point of pointing out I think that they're illiterate and unread.
Look at that.
No, nothing.
Look how happy he is with it. Look how clever he thinks he's being right now. This is like the fall of Athens. You fucking turd. You absolute turd.
Wow. Ancient Greek references, but this is we're being put in a position where there's a class of people whose direct interests are not the interest aligned with the interests of the state or the people over which the state is operating. It's not.
Okay, wait. Pause. So, I mean, usually in these situations, when you say something like that, you'll want to set up your analogy. So you'll first describe the period of Athens you're talking about, what factions and groups were at play, what the tension was centrally, and then make an analogy to today, explaining who plays what role in that and how those tensions are similar. He just starts talking.
Yeah.
If his audience doesn't know about the fall of Athens, this isn't going to help them.
No. But he's got a quote for us, Kristi, so...
Oh, God.
Helping the general population. It's about just helping themselves. I'm just going to read a very short quote from Demosthenes. So this...
He's going to quote from Demosthenes.
What? What? You haven't explained the first point.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
You okay? Are you good?
This is like, when the one might, if one was feeling inclined, try and end one's existence via a hose pipe from
something with carbon monoxide.
Fumes into the car type thing.
Yes.
This is what Carl's doing, but from his anus. I think this is death by smug.
God. He, never understand his understanding of what a clever man says or a clever person says.
Yeah.
Carl's always got to filter it through his own particular biases and ignorances. But all right. He hasn't explained anything, but okay.
No, well, irrelevant.
Okay.
1,300 years old. But tell me if this doesn't sound like exactly what's happening.
Just like your memes, Carl.
He's to quote Demosthenes. If you examine the matter aright, you will find that the chief responsibility rests with those who aim to win your favour, not to propose what is best. Some of them, men of Athens, so long as they can maintain the conditions which bring them reputation and influence, take no thought for the future, and therefore think that you should also take none, while others, by accusing and slandering those who are actively at work, are simply trying to make the city spend its energies in punishing the members of its own body, and so leave Philip, which is Philip of Macedon, free to...
Kill me.
You're right.
Actually kill me. I don't want to live in this world anymore. Kill me. Now.
It's amazing to me. He thinks he's explaining something in his head.
Yeah.
Like, he thinks that the connection, because he makes everything about himself, obviously. Like, I think this is why he doesn't want to go to university, because he doesn't want to be taught what other people think about the world. He wants to put everything through a big old Carl filter. And here's how this relates today. I'm not going to try to understand ancient Greece or these people or their perspectives or the dynamics. I'm just going to apply it to me and myself today. And I don't understand what he's talking about. I have no idea who he has in mind for this.
Oh, no, he just wants to be a smug prick. He wants everyone to think he's really intelligent. So he's going to quote an old dead guy who would have despised him because he's racially inferior, according to them. Yeah, that's right. The ancient Greeks thought that the Northern Europeans, the Ubermensch, the Aryans, were scum, were backward, illiterate scum. Just saying.
To say and do what he likes. Such political methods as these, familiar to you as they are the real causes of the evil. I beg you, men of Athens, if I tell you certain truths outspokenly, to let no resentment on your part fall upon me on this account. Consider the matter in this light. In every other sphere of life, you believe that the right to free speech ought to be so universally shared by all who are in the city that you have extended it to both foreigners and to slaves. And one may see many a servant in Athens speaking his mind with greater liberty than is granted to citizens in many other states. But from the political sphere, you have banished it utterly.
So do you understand that he's saying that we shouldn't have, like, he's shaming them for giving such free rights to such low people, Carl? That's what I'm hearing in there.
Yeah.
You'll give it out to anybody, but you won't let people say what they want in here. That's not actually advocating for free speech. That's kind of doing the opposite.
The result is that in your meetings, you give yourselves airs and enjoy their flattery, listening to nothing but what is meant to please you, while in the world of facts and events, you are in the last extremity of peril.
Hello?
Because if this was my voting...
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Hang
on.
Dropped out for a second.
Oh, apologies. Apologies. Oricat's being annoying.
System. If this is, I mean,
people are
might
saying
be this
I'm
country's voting
centrist.
system.
Yeah, everyone can throw around labels.
republic,
Ask them to demonstrate it.
What?
I don't know. People are saying you're centrists. Kevin Logan and Kristi Winters. Like neolib centrists, whatever. I mean, people say ridiculous stuff.
Yeah, I don't particularly care what people call me. I'm happy with who and what I am.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at these vulnerabilities, how literally anyone from outside of the country can manipulate the data, manipulate.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. My bad.
I don't know what happened. Everything just kind of turned off.
Okay, well, I'll go back slightly. We wouldn't want to miss any genius from Demosthenes.
No.
Old fucking Demosthenes of Acadia. Fucking hell.
System. If this is, I mean, might be this country's voting system. But if this was my democracy, my republic, and I'm looking at these...
Motherfucker, you don't support a republic here.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you're fucking talking about.
Vulnerabilities, how literally anyone from outside of the country can manipulate the data, manipulate the votes without even being in the country.
There's no evidence of that.
All of the other evidence.
No.
There's no evidence of that.
No.
All the stuff you read out was just his CV. It wasn't evidence.
That suggest that the Democrats in the country did actually cheat.
No, but again, Carl, in Georgia, they're suing two Republicans, that being Kemp and Raffensperger, who put this in place. So actually, no, it's not the Democrats that stole anything in Georgia, at least.
Oh, yeah. And do you know who put together the entire voting system as they know it in the state of Wisconsin?
Was it your man, what's his name, Walker?
And the Republicans. Yeah. The Republicans have decided exactly what elections are and how they're run in Wisconsin. Yeah. So if there's fault to be laid there, it's got to be with the Republican Party.
Yeah, Scott Walker. Do you remember Scott Walker, Carl? The man you loved because he took on the evil commie unions. Do you remember him? Yeah, he did that in Wisconsin. So again, it's not the Democrats stealing anything here, my man.
Nope.
Just saying.
I would be looking at this and thinking, Christ.
And in Pennsylvania, I saw Tim Trump huffing the last fumes of copium from his tank by saying that. Why did why did Pennsylvania open up mail-in ballots before COVID? A bipartisan commission of Democrats and Independents and Republicans did. Tim, you twat! They wanted to turn the turnout at general and local elections up in Pennsylvania, and it worked spectacularly. They opened up the franchise and improved democracy in Pennsylvania, and then, you lost.
Yes, that's what happens when people vote. And, Democrats didn't get everything they wanted, which again, they're not even giving credits because they go, oh, Dems, they're so smart. They only went for one branch. They got the House. They could have gone for two, but they only went for the one. No, They're not saying that. They're not saying all these Republican elections are invalid because they're on the same ballots.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
We are in the last extremity of peril. This is just how the end of our democracy goes on, and yet they're scoffing. It's just scoffing. It's but our influence, our fame, our glory, our ability to influence you to agree with us, that's what they care about. This is
It's so wrong on so many levels. It's like a multi-level layer cake of bullshit.
Yeah, it is. It's a lasagna of bullshit. Yes.
Yes, it's a conceptual lasagna of bullshit.
That would be a great name for an album. The conceptual lasagna of bullshit.
It's yours. You can use that when you make your next album.
Oh well.
Not in anyone's interest to have such a flimsy and weak democratic system in place. It's insane.
I mean, this really reminds me of an article Ben Shapiro was reading.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a virgin quoting a virgin. Good.
It was just journalists writing about how
yeah, a guy who couldn't make a woman wet quoting a guy who can't make a woman wet. Okay, yeah, fair. I think that's appropriate.
Right. I prefer Joey, but
and they go on and on about stuff.
Yeah, I know, but because you've accepted that, I have to go further. That's not shocking anymore. You've accepted him as a little baby kangaroo in Mama Carl's pouch.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. He was little wearing a Nazi hat.
Yeah. Nazi kangaroos.
Or the Pepe mask.
Yeah.
But the one that made me most sick was the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Mm-hmm. And how they were like, we're going to have the White House Correspondents' Dinner back so we can be jovial with the White House again. It's like, you sicken me, you aristocrat.
What? No wonder you can't get laid, my man.
Yeah.
This is what you're worrying about. Who gives the slightest fuck about the White House president? Well, other than press, I suppose.
Yeah, it's literally just like an end of the year. Everybody works in the White House press, all that in the same circles. And like celebrities came and stuff, but it's basically an end of the year party where they bring in a comedian. How is that so offensive? The president might come for like an hour or two, but they're not like getting thousands of dollars to be there.
Also, Joey, do you know who was a regular attendee of the White House press dinner before he became president? Donald Trump.
Yes, he was. So you can hate on him too.
So if there are aristocrats, you're supporting an aristocrat. You dopey bastards.
Yeah. Kind of a nouveau riche.
You have no interest in whether or not what's true, what's actual journalism. They're just interested in getting back their fame and their influence.
They're just interested, as Demosthenes said, to maintain the conditions.
Oh God, he's quoting Demosthenes again.
God, they're making up opinions that other people have and then they're offended by them.
Yeah.
Which bring them reputation and influence.
Exactly the same.
It's exactly the same.
You live in a fantasy world. This is fantasy world garbage.
Presumably they've got a follow-up on Lotus Eaters. You have a look.
Yeah, should we have a check out the one? Oh,
fuck's sake.
Oh, damn it. Checking every time.
So that was Carl digging deep in the mines of copium there.
Oh, so good. I mean, horrible, but he's so desperate to not talk about the lack of evidence.
Yeah.
He's going to read out a guy's CV rather than go over the evidence of a case.
Yeah. Also, I thank you for Britifying that. It's because usually you would say resume. So I appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm European. I'm becoming Europeanized. Is that...
You are. You're becoming. In Germany, you're being Aryanized.
Again, I think you're probably like a little bit more with the Aryan.
No, I'm Irish. No, I'm absolute. I'm absolute scum.
You're so far north.
I'm a lefty and an Irishman. I'm going straight in the camps.
So who's blonder? Like blonde people?
There's the Jews, and then I'm next in line. I think that's how it works.
Who are paler? Like the most real pale blondes or gingers?
The real pale blondes. Like we're talking like Icelandic people or whatever, like some real crazy ass fucking white folk. like most white people are actually pink. There are some white folk who are actually white, like genuinely like a fucking sheet of paper. Anyway.
All right, so what are we looking at? Cute little here. Is that a piggy and a goat?
That's a piggy and a goat. That was the one we ended up on last time. So we move forward to the right can't meme.
What the fuck?
That's
what the actual fuck is this?
Yeah.
What am I looking
at? That's the A team with Kavanagh, Comey Barrett. Is that elite? I forget which one this one is. Anyway,
that's their new one, right?
Is it? No, that's Comey Barrett. That's the new one. Who's this old fucker here?
Oh, right. I'm sorry. Your mouse was in the other place because I'm seeing there's two mice on your screen.
And
so I was looking at the wrong one.
And this old cunt, whoever he is. I don't know. Anyway, so that's the A team who are going to steal the election. They're not going to hear a case, guys. This isn't going anywhere. This is nothing. So just some copy peeps. Oh, and that's what they're doing now because Donald, he's not the president elect. You can't choose the president elect. So they're all calling themselves president elect now on Twitter. That's what they're doing now. That's their thing.
Wow, they're so grown up.
Yeah. Talking of grown-ups.
People really like this little table idea, huh?
Yeah, because it's such a weird little table, and it's such a perfect sort of poetic description of how shrunken and pathetic America has become under Donald Trump. It's like it's like the perfect distillation of how fucking shit things are in America.
Yeah.
That little table.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. It holds a lot of power, that image.
Cat in a box. Just a chubby cat in a box.
It could have laid in a way that it had more space, but no. It
just
likes feeling all kind of in a fetal.
Scrunch yourself up there.
He is.
Yeah, look at the width there. From nip-nop to back.
Now,
just
to be fair,
enormous.
maybe it's like 2-dimensional. It's really not flattering. In 3 dimensions, there's like a side and a belly and another side.
No. That's
not
cat.
all cat.
That's just a chunky cat. Yeah, Donald Trump paid $3 million to lose votes in Wisconsin. Good stuff.
Yep.
That's the art of the deal, Donald Trump there.
Yep.
Knows a good deal when he sees it.
Wasting other people's money. Mm-hmm.
Yep. This is just grim. The creators of Oxycontin or distributors, one of Purdue's distributors was going to be given a rebate for every overdose attributable to the pills.
What?
Basically,
they declared themselves guilty or they were found guilty. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So they were going to have a financial incentive to kill people.
Oh my God. You're like, oh yeah, well, some people are going to die, but oh well.
Yeah, and as Jordan Newell says, I can't wait until these people die so I can piss on their graves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, Twitter standing false trends. It's got nothing to do with the world.
Yeah.
Diaper Don. Yeah, good.
Yeah. Gets really mad about. I saw that. Can't believe he's just like complaining about what's happening on Twitter.
Well, yeah, but he spent years doing that. He's just an idiot. Cute pupper.
Oh, he's so cute. He's like really almost camouflages into that seat.
Yeah.
Oh, look how tiny he is.
Tiny little dog.
So smalls.
Oh.
Little tiny thing. Oh, very cute.
A pigeon whose markings make it look like it's wearing a t-shirt.
Oh, it's not wearing a t-shirt.
No, that's its markings. It looks like a t-shirt, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It really does.
Anyway, so
cool.
The courtroom may well have stolen his thing from a barbershop in Florida.
Oh yeah, he totally did, didn't he? Yeah. He totally did.
I don't know if he saw that at the thing or whatever and then stole it, or just Googled beard man image and just used it. But that's clearly theft. Yeah.
Yep.
So, Orlando Estillo, I would get in touch with lawyers.
I mean, Leonard French on YouTube is a copyright attorney. He could probably refer you to a good copyright attorney because, you should be doing a cease and desist on that shit.
Oh. A long cow.
Oh my God, Tommy Robinson is trending too. Is that also in the bookmarks?
Yeah, he got convicted. He's going to do 3,000 hours of community service or something?
Oh, I missed that. All right, yay.
Yeah, he assaulted a dude or something. Anyway, long cow.
Well, nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. I like this. I like this a lot.
Cop cars on fire in France. It happened.
Okay. The French, they do like, it's kind of like the Greeks. They like a culture of protest.
Yeah. Again, they failed to allege that even a single mail-in ballot was fraudulent.
Yeah, Carl, get on that.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got a guy with a resume.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure the judge will consider the guy's opinion more important than no evidence at all.
This is definitely true.
Please define communist. The FBI are communists. What?
The FBI are communists.
I'm sorry. Does not compute. Does not compute.
What doesn't compute, Kristi? The FBI are communists. Obviously.
Yeah. Wow. Again, world of my own imagination.
Just again showing you they're a cult. I don't care about America. Trump first.
So yeah. They have a king. They're not. I mean, I've really learned what it means. Like I said on the show before, what it means to take an oath to a constitution or to a set of ideas, because it was always so much in the patriotic background. I didn't think the difference between being loyal to a person, and loyal to an idea. And this is the first time in my life I've actually had to deal with royalists.
Yeah, indeed, yeah. And it's ironic that Sidney Powell calls her website "Defend the Republic."
Defend the emperor.
Indeed. As people are pointing out, why are you going off now?
Your phone is blowing up. What is up with your phone?
I don't know.
All kinds of stuff.
Who's contacting me? Some people. Anyway. Yes, as people are pointing out, yes, the FBI obviously did, go against communists and socialists. So that's the joke we're making, that you know, obviously the FBI aren't communists.
Right.
Dog, the sleepy dog.
They just call everything they don't like communist, so now the FBI is communist.
The sleepy dog.
Oh, look at this. Oh my God. That dog could be a door stopper.
Yeah.
You know, those fabric door stoppers?
It's made of wool. Look at it.
Yes. Yeah. Again, amazing camouflage ability. Or, I don't know, do people buy cars so that their dogs disappear in them? Yeah. Is that what's going on here?
The car has heated seats.
Oh, that's what's happening. That's why that dog is so happy. Yeah. I can tell by the face.
Well, we talked about this on the Sunday show, but again, these quote-unquote converted right-wingers, I've said this before, they're basically just the same fucking reactionary twats, but with Marxist economics. Mm-hmm. And here we see Hunter Avalone with "I melt snowflakes" on his shirt.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Workers of the world, unite.
There you go. Thank you for proving my point. Moving on.
Yeah. I saw someone shared on it. I dipped into it for a bit, but Crouch did let's just call it he did a stream on Twitch that was kind of like a walk down memory lane. And he was talking about his days when the alt-right was coming after him and he had all that drama going on with him. And one thing he said was sort of interesting. One, they played a clip of Hunter Avalone, and they all the people in the room that he was talking with hated him. But he also said that they, as a sort of tactic on the right, this is why people like Kristi Winters wouldn't come and debate us, is because their tactic was to bring you in on one topic and then immediately try to switch to a different topic and just pepper you with stuff and do things that they had prepared that you hadn't in order to look better than you.
Yeah.
And it was just nice to hear someone describe it out loud, because that's what it always felt like in those situations. And right wing, that kind of stuff on the left. I don't want to say they're completely analogous, but the same kind of shitty attitudes, Again, it doesn't feel progressive as in wanting to make people's lives better. For wanting to make people's lives better, you're really willing to tolerate a lot of shittiness happening in a lot of people's lives.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done talking now.
So Ian Miles Chung's a little bitch.
Oh, well, yeah, still.
Yeah. So Vadim put out this thing where Ian Miles Chung was saying, oh, this person has fucking pronouns in their bio, because he's 2015. And Vadim said, Ian Miles Chung is encouraging his viewers to dogpile this account. Have you got any suggestions for pronouns for Ian's bio? My particular suggestion was moose knuckle. That's the one I went with. Ian said, this is targeted harassment. And I quite like this response. Literally isn't my whiny wannabe Goebbels.
Nice. Nice reply.
Indeed. Cute Papa.
Oh, that is just the face. Oh. The face. Love it.
Horny on Maine.
Okay.
Horny on Maine.
Great.
This is
I was looking at a cute face, and now I've got this.
Yeah. Never Socialism, which is an anti-socialist thing, but he's clearly also a sub. Look at that.
Well, we read this out. Where did we read? This is the same account that talked about it, or is that description? Remember when we talked about in the future it'll be this, and AOC will.
Maybe, I don't know.
I'm sure I read this out.
But anyway,
maybe it was okay.
That needs to be the new American flag, definitely. That's amazing. AOC walking on these people, and I quite like it. Is Marianne Williamson's response here? Do you remember her, the crazy crystals lady who ran for the Democratic? There we go. Marianne Williamson, definitely, it's actually her, says,
"Yeah,
this picture is hilarious on so many levels, including the fact that a lot of those men would be enjoying themselves." Nice and true. Also, tiny penises.
Very tiny penises.
Yeah, it could be perspective, but let's be honest.
Growers, not showers.
Yeah.
Or it's cold out, maybe.
Yeah, there's excuses we all use, obviously. A tiny cat in a jumper made of a sock.
Oh, that is so sweet.
Oh,
look
at that cat.
Keep you warm, sweetie.
Look at the little face.
Yes.
Anyway. Oh, Donald Trump getting on bad legal takes. Imagine this coming from the person who doesn't want to be a king. It doesn't make any sense otherwise, or it doesn't make sense if you do.
I say I don't have standing. You mean as president of the United States, I don't have standing. What kind of a court system is this? I say I don't have standing. You mean as president?
No,
that's not how it works. What does he think standing means? Does he literally think they're not allowing him to stand up? Because that's not at all what that means, Donald.
No.
Just because you're president doesn't mean the courts go, yeah, go on then. Let him have what he wants. No.
Yeah, the president always has standing? No, he doesn't.
No, he really doesn't. He has no extra rights in that regard at all.
No. You don't get to just decide to enter into court cases and go, I've got standing in everything that comes before the other branch of government that's my co-equal in check.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Literally, the courts are your equal, Donald.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 75%. It was they said 50% previously. It's now 75% of every donation that goes to Donald Trump's legal fund to fight the steal goes to paying down campaign debts.
Yep, of course.
75 cents out of every dollar.
One of the cities is going after him now. Like, I can't know if it was like El Paso or something, but one place that he stiffed on the bills, they're taking him to court to get their money.
That's fair enough, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, imagine running in a place where you owe them money.
Yeah, exactly. What's this? Oh yeah, Gary Kasparov pretty badass. Remember, he's the former chess grandmaster dude from the 90s who took on Deep Blue, didn't he, and lost. Anyway, not that's the slight against him. It was a very powerful fucking computer. Anyway, right. So someone says going about the Belarus, where they're having there's a stolen election and all the rest of it. And this is bingo. Yep. How can we imagine the GOP standing up to Putin or Lukashenko, who's the Belarusian dictator, on democracy when they won't even stand up to Trump and defend American democracy? It's a very good point.
Yeah, of course. Oh, by the way, just because I didn't have a chance to ask during the show, but do you know what Fall of Athens Carl was trying to reference there?
No, but I'm sure Carl doesn't either. I didn't bother looking it up because I thought, I don't fucking care. Well, it's Demosthenes. He was like, was it 300 or 400 BC? So somewhere around that time.
Oh, okay. All right. I see what you're saying. Because the Carl wasn't just talking he's talking about that specific thing about the fall of Athens in order to set up that particular person. Okay, got it.
Yeah,
right.
I think so. But I don't know. Again, I don't think I need to learn it because I need to look into it because Carl doesn't know either. He just fall of Athens. It's like the fall of Rome, but in Greece. Yeah, you know.
Because I'm gonna be honest, when it comes to the fall of Rome, I know what factors led to the fall of Rome. I thought Greece just Athens got its ass kicked. Well, I know they had problems and stuff because they were a democracy and they
Demosthenes would have been before the Romans took them over, if that makes sense. But yeah. And then they did, and then as Rome fell away...
It's a city-state.
Yeah. Yeah, it got taken over, it got absorbed by Rome, yeah. Anyway, Rory Cats, I'm going to kick your fucking face off.
Let me in, let me out, let me in, let me out.
Come on. Get in.
We are all waiting on Rory Cats now.
Yeah, exactly. You've got potentially 7 billion people waiting for you now. Yep.
Cat's making us all wait.
Here he is.
Oh.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Hey. Look at the toe beans.
Look at the beans.
Toe beans. Roar is toe beans.
You just look so accustomed to you handling him like that and singing to him.
Yeah, I do, yeah. No, I constantly do. Usually 80s classics, but that one was a little bit of a... Actually, that might be 80s, I don't know, 90s, whenever Tom Jones released that nonsense. Anyway.
Did he do a song called Toe Beans?
No, Sex Bomb.
Oh, Sex Bomb, is that what that was?
Yeah, Sex Bomb, Sex Bomb.
Well, if he would have done Toe Beans, if he would have been doing your Tom Jones version of Toe Beans, I probably would have gotten it a bit faster.
How dare you?
Come on, dude. Toe Beans, Toe Beans. Your cute toe beans.
Go to bed.
It's only Monday, right? Jesus.
It is only Monday. Breaking. Wisconsin's presidential recount is completed. Joe Biden gained 87 votes and again won the state. Trump, the first presidential candidate in history to lose recounts in 2 different states. Trump and his allies remain 1-39 in post-election litigation.
But they have that guy with the long CV who has some ideas.
They did.
He's got the data from New York Times, and he's confident, even though he's not a statistician or a voting expert, because he knows computers, he can do math.
Well, the Kraken's released like a dead pigeon, and it will bounce and then die.
That's a dead parrot. That is a deceased parrot.
This is an ex-Kraken. Sorry. So that we already covered Doug Mastriano and his nonsense. Again, this is nice. Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez just put a happy face.
Yeah.
So literally nothing offensive whatsoever. And Dan Browning, who you may remember as a black man from last week, claimed to be a black dude. He isn't. He's the whitest motherfucker in the history of the world.
I want to follow that guy just to drag him all the time.
And just put, why are you smiling, commie?
What an asshole!
Look, she just put a smiley face. I don't care if you disagree with everything she's ever said or done. If you just put a smiley face and your reaction is "fuck you," you are messed
this
up.
Is very gendered bullying.
Yeah. Anyway, we all need to host a mask burning party. Make Trump proud. Thanks, Darpadan, for politicising masks. Yeah.
Sorry, I thought they were talking about their KKK masks.
No, they need those for next week's meeting. No, they mean the COVID.
Yeah,
thing.
those masks, those hoods they'll wear, but they won't wear a mask.
Absolutely. Why are cats like this?
Yep, exactly. That is exactly cats. That is exactly cats.
She's trying to get her OnlyFans on, and then the cats. Oh,
yep. Like, me, pay for me.
Yeah.
You want to pay for pussy? I'm right here.
What are cats?
I've got a cat video too, actually, now that I remember it.
Just how? What?
It's in Zen. Yeah.
I only bookmarked that for the Cringe compilation, which hopefully will be coming out tomorrow. That's
another one.
She's a lunatic. This Lawrence Fox. Here we go. So, Lawrence Fox, we've talked about him before. Racist piece of garbage. Basically, imagine like a shit version of Tommy Robinson meets Carl Benjamin. That's the sort of person we're talking about here.
But like taller and blonder.
Taller and blonder. Certainly far more good looking. I will absolutely grant that. Than either of the 2 potatoes I just mentioned. Just had a large group over for lunch, and we hugged and ate and talked and put the world to rights. It was lovely. You'll never take that away from people. Stay out, protect your rights. If the NHS can't cope, the NHS isn't for purpose. Compliance is violence. So,
the fuck?
He's trying to kill his friends, apparently.
Yeah.
And all of their family.
Pretty much.
And Brian Moore, former England Rugby Union International, says, turns out Lawrence Fox is a selfish twat. Who'd have thought it? Fair.
You know, someone made a observation that has stuck with me over the months, which is in the future, like zombie apocalypse movies are going to have a lot more like vaccine denialists.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. This is the beginning. Vaccine. This is the beginning of one of those movies, isn't it? Apocalypse movies where the experts are like, no, we need to do this. And the politicians and the public are like, nah, fuck that noise. And then the aliens invade.
Yep.
Oh, they so want to be victims. It's embarrassing.
Oh, my. Oh, no, you don't. You really don't.
I'm starting to feel
really
like a
Jesus.
Jew living in Nazi Germany. These Democrats are treating us the same way as the Jews living in Germany during the war. Only told what they want us to hear and think. One of Clinton's advisors stating that we may need re-education camps for us.
When I go into work, I walk past at least 16 to 24 plaques of people who lived in Cologne at those addresses, at that physical space, who were taken by the Nazis to camps.
Yeah.
You're not being treated like Jews in Nazi Germany or any of the targeted groups.
Yeah.
Just stop.
Yeah. And also, re-education camps. Do you think the Jews were being taken to Auschwitz for lessons?
Yeah.
They
And
weren't.
one of Clinton's advisors said they may need re-education. You certainly need remedial education.
Yeah, in order for it to be re-education, you would have had to initially been educated. Which, again, I think you rather fail. So, yeah, that's despicable.
Mm-hmm.
Genuinely despicable. Anyway. Exactly. How do you have rational discourse with this nonsense? Do you want to read this one?
It's going to be funny watching you melt down when Trump is sworn in January 2021 and the Democrat Party ceases to exist. I don't even know what universe this is.
Yeah, like, let's just hypothetically say Trump is sworn in January 2021. What about that? And that, by the way, that obviously isn't going to happen. But let's just say that does happen.
Yeah.
How does that stop the Democratic Party from existing?
Well, I guess at that point he will have trounced all our constitutional rights and he'll just declare himself emperor for life and all dissent is treason. And so the party will exist as an illegal critic of the president. Probably.
3 cats in a little
raptor. It's a burrito, isn't it?
Yeah. 3 of them.
Aww.
Aww.
Mm-hmm.
Cats, you can shake your fucking tail at me as much as you like, boy. I'm not feeding you right now.
Oh, is that what he wants?
Yeah. He's after his ass.
How can you tell? Like, whatever his different...
Because he's looking up at me with his fucking... His sad little eyes like, I'm starving, Kev. I'm starving. You prick.
How do you know that's like that, not the I want to go outside?
No, because I purposely, when I broadcast, I always leave the cat flap open so he can come and go as he pleases.
Oh, right.
He's indoors and annoying me, so he wants food. This is Enrico Tarrio, who was the leader of the Proud Boys, just saying they want a Trump dictatorship.
Yep.
And I quite like the idea that he thinks Trump's going to be alive in 2032. Good luck with that.
They're not pretending that it's about America. No. It's about authoritarianism.
Yeah. Indeed. This was just cute. The Biden-Harris thing. Biden hurt his ankle walking his dog.
Yep.
So they put out this statement. An official thing the campaign actually put out for immediate release.
You do the first part.
Statement from co-first dog elect Major Biden. Bark, 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 bark. Translation from K9.
I wish my adopted father a speedy recovery, but I strongly maintain that I have done nothing wrong. I look forward to the Secret Service's investigation, which I expect will confirm that I am a very good boy.
See, that's just cute. That's just really...
It is.
Can you imagine...
It's human.
Exactly. Can you imagine Donald Trump releasing anything vaguely pleasant like that?
He doesn't even have a White House pet.
No. Well, he does. He's called Jared Kushner. Anyway.
Ooh.
Burn.
Your pet?
Yeah, imagine this sentence. This is a headline from The Telegraph, a national newspaper here in Britain. Government saves £600 million on state pension payments as COVID deaths surge.
I mean, yes, probably, but I don't think it needs to be in a headline.
Yeah, so basically they're saying, yeah, loads of people are dying, but think of the saved money on national pensions. I hate this place and the people in it.
A fiscal watchdog increases the... Can you click on the picture?
Estimated number of excess pensioner deaths by 45%.
Oh, God. Why not make that the headline?
Yeah. Because they're garbage. This is, I think, Phil Collins as a giant baby Jesus.
I can feel it coming in there tonight.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah. Jesus, he knows
Oh,
me.
Lord.
And he knows I'm a baby. That's another Phil Collins song. Anyway, yeah, so that's a thing. It just amused me.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh, this is beautiful. Which one do you want to? Do you want to be idiot or not idiot?
I'll be idiot for the change.
Okay. So you need to read the first one then.
All right. Not only do masks reduce your CO2, which increase your your O2 and increase your CO2 intakes, which makes you wheeze or gasp, but they also provide perfect warm, damp breeding grounds for pathogens to breath in. That will progressively make you ill. For those who want more respiratory illnesses, job done. Eye roll emoji.
Absolutely none of this is true.
And what exactly are your qualifications for stating that they are? For stating that are? Is that what it's?
Indeed. A degree in medicine and fellowship of the Royal College of Anaesthetists, for which I examined in respiratory physiology and the mechanics of gas transfer. What are yours? Now I have to scroll forward a couple of tweets to get to the actual response, which is there.
Too many to put here.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, Jan.
I've got nothing. I walked into an expert and I lost.
Yes. That's precisely what happened. So I need to take a quick break.
Oh, okay.
You want to fly solo for a bit?
Yeah, go for it.
Less than 2 minutes I need, and I will be back.
Cool beans. Okay, well, I'll put this back on the screen. Yeah, that's right, motherfuckers, it's happening. How are we all? What are we up to? Hello to everyone in the chitty chats. How are we getting on the Twitch? Hello, Twitch people as well. I haven't forgotten you. I mean, I don't look at either chat very often because I'm doing stuff. I'm trying to run a fucking stream here, people. But, what's this? No. It is a cursed image. Absolutely. But I don't care. It's a beautiful thing. Alright, I joined late. What the fuck is up with that? What do you mean the image? It's beautiful. It's like pornography of the mind. No, don't fuck the Twitch people. No, if you're on YouTube, buy XD, 8DX, buy. Yeah, if you're on YouTube, go and give me a little follow on the Twitches. And if you're on Twitch, go and subscribe to me on YouTube. All of my links are below. You can go and check out all of my social media rings and all that shit. Yeah. If you want to do that. You haven't got to. There's no absolute necessity to. I'll survive. But, it would be nice. Yeah. That should be in the Tate. It should only be the only thing in the Tate. Would the Tate get more or less visitors if that was the only thing in the Tate Museum? I don't know.
All right, I'm so sorry for everyone for having to look at that because I was gone.
Well, as Sam TG quite rightly points out, that image is a challenge wank. Absolutely.
Yeah, but Kev, I think you already said you could manage it.
I think I could, but I'm not saying I know that I could.
Where would you look, though? Where would you look?
Everywhere. I think you've just got to, in order to get through a challenge wank, you've just got to embrace all that's there.
All right, okay. I mean, I haven't had a challenge wank, so I don't know how.
Well, that's because ladies can't orgasm. We know this. The female orgasm is a myth. Ben Shapiro and his wife told us so. So there you go.
But I was thinking about the way that you brought this picture up, and if someone were to describe like your sense of humor as a comedy, would you say it's more iconoclastic or anarchist or anarchic?
It's more anarchic, yeah. It's kind of cynical surrealism.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, like it's not hopeful. It's definitely quite nihilistic, but also with like, oh, here's a strange picture of a fish. Just nonsense as well.
Here's a cute kitty.
Yeah, indeed. Anyway, there's no segue here. Brianna Joy Gray's an arsehole.
Oh yeah, still.
Yeah.
Definitely.
She ran the Bernie campaign and is a. Well, I'm calling them Bernie. I'm calling them burnouts now because they literally.
Oh right, yeah. Instead of burners.
Yeah, they've become this weird, cynical thing where their entire political thing is the Democrats are bad and that is it.
Yeah.
Now you can believe the Democrats are bad if you want to, but if that's the only thing you have, that's not an ideology. That's nothing. That's just you being bitter.
Contrary.
Yeah.
In that way. Yes, she was, I think, in his communications person. Yeah. Not the actual campaign manager. So, just to be accurate. I think I'm accurate on that because when she started, like, she was tagging people on Twitter while she was working for him. And then after the campaign, he let her go. And she made went out and attacked people and he was asked about it. And he said, she no longer works for me. Yeah. So, yeah.
Thank you to Flamdar for subscribing for 3 months. Good Lord, at tier 1. Yes, Kevin, acknowledge me. I want a piece of the Kev. Well, there's plenty to go around.
Yeah, everyone wants a piece of the Kev.
There's plenty to go around. I am very much a cake with many slices.
But not a bullshit lasagna like Carl.
Not a bullshit lasagna, but a cynical, surreal chocolate cake.
Yes.
White chocolate, though. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. Yeah, so Brianna Joy Gray's an idiot. I assume. Yeah, so someone says keep losing elections and complaining. You had nothing to say about Trump's nominees, by the way. Okay. And Brianna Joy Gray says I assumed it was a lost cause, but maybe I should have tried harder to influence Trump, given that he did more to reach out to the left than Joe Biden.
Fuck off, Jesus.
I don't know where to begin. It's like they've just made up the last 4 years in their own head now.
Yep.
Is it because they had a meeting with Ice Cube that counts? That's enough for them to say they reached out to the left. Like, is that it?
Yes.
The fact that Biden out. But look, I no doubt Biden's going to be a milquetoast centrist moderate president because that's what he's always been. That's not going to change at the age of 75 or whatever. But there's no doubt that the platform they had was significantly to the left of anything Trump has ever produced.
Yes, and he's also like consulted Bernie and invited him on to be on some like adopted some of his ideas. Yeah. I mean, they weren't 100% the same, but they were like influenced by.
Yeah, he's backed Bernie being he's going to be the chairman of the what you call it committee. What committee?
I don't know. Is it a spending committee or is it a subject?
Work and pensions or whatever the fuck it's called. Something like that. Anyway, he's going to be made and he's backed him for that, which is up in the air because we don't know what's going to happen with the Senate.
Right. But, I was going to say, but he would be the ranking member then of that committee.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, which is a significant step up from the nothing that Bernie had 5 years ago. Which, to be fair, is down to Bernie. Labour. That was it. Sorry, yeah. But he's not going to be Labour secretary. I don't think that.
No.
For a start, he'd have to give up his Senate seat to do that.
Yes.
Which seems unlikely.
And all he would be doing is implementing Biden's policies. So why would he ever do that when he has more influence in the Senate?
Exactly, yeah.
And then he doesn't have to defend everything Biden does. That's what your job is as a cabinet secretary.
Yep.
So.
What are cats?
Aliens.
Yeah.
They're like cute aliens. They've come to lay their eggs in us.
It's just. Well, you took it to a very strange place. There's no need for that. But anyway, so yeah, and also I'm not sure welcome is the word I would use given the bitey and the sharp.
Very bitey.
Claws. But anyway,
got a lot of tooth marks in that box actually.
Yeah, exactly. That's not the first time that's happened.
No. Oh
yeah, the TERFs have gone after Amnesty International.
Oh fuck them.
Yeah, because apparently. Even though we know that decriminalising prostitution is a foolproof way of actually protecting women in the sex industry, that makes them traffickers of women.
Honestly, fuck turfs.
Yeah, that's. I mean, yeah, that's the person you need to be going after. That's
pointless. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to be going after Amnesty International. Apparently, is the thing.
Yeah, it's like people. There's another group of people who think that bullying is politics.
Yeah, exactly. It's nonsense. This was just again. I want to get inside the minds of these people. This is from the back of a truck that was seen in Maine.
Okay.
And there are so many great. I'm going to have to get slightly closer.
Okay.
Defend the Second Amendment, written on a piece of duct tape in black pen. That's
great, classy.
Hillary Clinton for prison 2016. How did that
Old.
work? How did that work out for you?
Yeah.
Black Flies Matter.
What a prick.
Naturally a vote Trump 2016. Then there's the AR-15 trumps MS-13.
Oh.
I also quite like.
So.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, that just sounds to me like they're saying kill people who oppose Trump.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Then there's a Don't Tread on Me, which I'm just going to juxtapose to Jail Antifa on the other side. There, so good stuff. Trump,
and Hillary for prison.
Yeah, exactly. Trump Pence, naturally.
Yeah, of course.
Hey Kaepernick, while you're down there, are you suggesting you want to get head from Colin Kaepernick? I don't.
So so when people go down to one knee to pray, that's what you're thinking about? Okay.
Yeah.
This person is, gross.
Also, just a bit of pointless anti-Hispanic nonsense here. Kamala, so Q-U-E, Kamala and China Joe, no gracias.
Wow. Imagine they actually paid money for that bumper sticker.
Yeah. Resist socialism, naturally. An American flag, which has been torn up, so good. I suppose, fuck it, at this point. Trump 2020. DX the Dog Squad. I don't even know what that means.
Okay, Google.
Oh, God. This could go wrong. DX the Dog Squad. DX the Dog Squad is a TV series called the Dog Squad. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so he likes the Dog Squad program. And then socialism creates shithole countries.
Yeah, you can really read that when you're keeping a proper distance from behind a bumper.
So this person, I don't want to meet them.
Mm-mm.
Anyway.
Nope, hard pass, as they'd say a couple years ago.
A cat in Japan.
Oh, so cute. Hello, sweetie pie.
Tokyo.
Look how fuzzy this chest is.
Oh. And then a tiny cat.
Oh, tiny.
Look how tiny that cat
Just
is.
new baby. Just new baby. Oh. Eyes must just be opened.
Adorable.
Or been, were opened.
Look at that little face.
I'm so mesmerized by the cat, I'm losing my grammar.
Yeah. You do words that when there's a cat that cute, you don't need words. It's fine. Anyway, I'm done.
Oh, okay.
Did you have bookmarks?
I wasn't ready for that. I had a cat video.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't realize we were coming to the end so quickly, so I need to get set up a little bit here. So let's just do a little bit of banter.
I'll put the picture back up.
Is this your fourth cringe compilation?
Fifth.
Wow.
Yeah. I've been inspired, Kristi. I've been inspired.
You
by
have
this.
been.
I needed something to get me back into the mood. Yeah, exactly. Everyone. Again, this is what I mean. Cynical surrealism. We go from the cuteness of the cat, everyone feeling nice, to whatever the fuck this monstrosity is.
All right, well, we're going to go back to feeling nice first.
Are we? Are we really?
Oh, messages. All right. And yes, imagine, Kevin, if you had someone who was this happy about things in your life. So this is her Mama Vetty, or Vet, reacting to our Christmas tree. Okay. Also that Christmas tree.
Busy. That's a busy tree.
Oh, my favorite. Zion, baby girl, you set this motherfucker off. Bad motherfucker. Zion. Zach, you know what? I put my hands up on this one, baby. You did your motherfucking thing, baby. This a bad motherfucker here. You hear me?
Oh, bless.
Damn!
She's just making noises at it now.
This need to be in the magazine, baby. This motherfucker so motherfucking alcohol, nigga. What?
Oh, bless her. Oh, that's beautiful.
I know. Imagine
At
someone
one
being
point, she
that
just
happy
started
for you.
screeching at it. She wasn't even saying words. It was lovely.
Oh God, yes, this clown house.
What? Keep driving.
Trump.
Okay.
Karen. Trump in big lights.
Yeah. Okay.
Then there's sense of humor.
Do you know the thing? Joe Bit. What?
It's Joe Biden not saying Merry Christmas.
When you turn Christmas lights into AIDS. Brilliant. Well done.
All right. Oh yeah, there was a video,
Imagine
but I don't
living
think we have
next to
time.
someone like that. Imagine. Oh God, it'd be
I'd move.
insufferable. Yeah.
I wouldn't move. I don't think we have time for it. Wrong speak, auditor. But thank you for the contribution. It's a video. I can show you. I can show the people. Yes, some forgotten silent film that they've reworked and remastered, and there's a cat in it.
No.
From 14 years ago, whatever.
Oh, so he's dead then. It's a very dead cat.
Quite. Wisconsin. Yep, that wins. Come on, where's the video? Where's the video? Oh yeah, these people. Did you hear about these people?
Nope.
They were telling racist jokes.
On
they
YouTube? No, I don't believe it.
Yep, they have a YouTube channel.
Okay.
I went and downvoted a bunch of their videos because they're assholes, racist assholes.
Hang on, Rand Paul's tweeting. Check if he's dead.
I don't think so, but we'll check. He's claiming direct election fraud.
Never mind. We'll get him. We'll get him.
Okay.
In Minecraft.
Jim, we talked about in the Sunday show,
we
right?
did.
Oh yeah, the myth-informed people tweeted out the hand-counted
Oh yeah, they were losing their shit, and then they were like,
"Yeah, they really were."
This weekend wasn't even about Trump winning, so who cares? Like, it's the copiest cope that ever coped. I love it. I hope specifically Joe Biden outlaws myth-informed just to annoy them. Just to annoy them.
All right, what else have we got? Come on.
Look at this. Hang on, scroll back. Look at this. Scroll back a second, please. Look at that twat. Instantly. Have you ever seen a more slappable face in Minecraft?
This is pretty funny. There was a Trump supporter who gave money to election fraud lawsuits, but the group that he gave money to pulled out of their lawsuit, and now he wants his like $2 million back. So he's suing them.
Yeah, good.
So yeah, I read it. It's pretty funny.
So basically, lawyers are about to earn $2 million and no one gains anything. Good. Okay. Fuck it.
Well, this is from the 27th, but yeah, thanks,
Hang
Mike.
on, no, I don't believe. No, check it, please. I want confirmation. What's going on here?
All right.
I don't believe.
Let's see. Yep, it's in my memory at this memory searches at this point. No, I meant Lotus fucking just eat. No, just when I say go to a website, go to the fucking website. Like that doesn't even want to send me to the website. Go. Oh, it's still
there. We go. Fuck's sake. That joke took longer than it should have. Never mind.
Yeah. Like, people won't even find the website. Like this doesn't work. You sure you want to go to this website?
Yeah. Basically.
Did you mean a working website?
Yeah. I think but our running joke accounts for about 3/4 of its traffic thus far.
Yes. There'd be so many from Germany and from Birmingham area. This is, I thought, pretty funny. Looks like you're trying to defend Trump's policies. Would you like to enable cap locks and disable spell check?
Yes.
All right. I don't think I had the cat video, but this is amazing. Did we watch this?
No, I don't think so.
We should watch this. All right. So I'm gonna go back. She's got a bagpipes there, right?
Okay. So it's gonna sound awful. Okay. Also, if she's got the lungs to play the bagpipes, she could suck the soul out of you. No doubt about it. Absolutely. That's really good.
Yeah.
Because the bagpipes is an awful instrument.
Yeah. This is amazing, isn't it?
It sounds like a donkey being punched usually. Oh my God, she's riffing on it. It's amazing.
Yep. And I think underneath they say what her account is. She's got like only 5,000 followers.
That's outrageous.
Yep. So at G Carling. That is her Twitter. So I thought I'd shout her out. Yeah, she's awesome. She's a phenomenal musician. I mean, I don't know what her Twitter account is like, but 5,000, come on.
Yeah, that's better.
I'm going to try. Oh, yes, we got it. Excellent. All right. Okay. So you were saying what are cats?
Yeah.
Right, this is my video contribution. This is the one I was thinking of.
Okay.
Here we go.
I knew she was going to do that.
How did you not warn? Dickheads.
How did you not warn me?
Dickheads. That's what cats are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
so, yeah. And on a high note.
Oh. So now we go back to this. Anyway.
I don't even have to look at the tablet to know what you've done.
Well,
there it is.
There we go. Yeah.
I know, you trying for monetization again, right?
Yeah, and I'm failing, so who cares? No, I did it back in September, and they still haven't gotten back to me. They're shit. So there you go. Anyway. What have you got coming up on your channel, Kristi?
I think mostly happy hours. Well, when are we doing the trash movies? Because what I have coming up on my channel is the unlisted remix version of Frankenstein Meets the Space Monster.
Well, didn't you say you wanted to do... Oh, that's... Mike Baller, apologies, I'm going to have to show this. Said they wanted something less horrifying on the screen. So they covered up me covering up Carl with the calculator. So that's nice. I wanted to share with you so you can see, Carl. Yeah.
I took a picture.
Yeah, there we go.
It is hideous.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh, that's fair enough.
That is pretty... Yeah, you have to retweet that out.
Will do. Apologies, funny. I'm fucking yawning now. Because I'm bored by life.
Oh, well, if this is boring, yeah. I've been pretty entertained. The first part of the show was better than the second, but it was mostly because of this picture.
Yeah.
And that can only last so long.
Exactly. There's only so much.
Yes.
Anyway, so, yeah, you've got that coming out. I think, did we say Wednesday we wanted to do the thing, Majid?
Yeah, I think Wednesday works for me. Definitely.
Indeed.
Yeah, so then I guess the next thing that's coming up on my channel is that, but it's linked to your channel because you're broadcasting 7 days a week. Certified freak.
No, well, no, I'm only guaranteeing Monday to Fridays, and that's when I'm not ill. So,
but then you did one on Saturday when you read it out, and then you came to my show. You arrived and did co-host on my show on Sunday. So
I did. You should go over and watch that on Kristi's channel.
And now it's Monday again.
It was. Yeah.
So.
And now it is Monday again. That is correct. Mm-hmm. So we start again. We start
the trudge. That's 8 days in a row.
The trudge toward death.
Again.
See what I mean? Cynical surrealism. That's all I've got. Anyway, so yeah, and I've got, hopefully it'll be out tomorrow, although who knows if I can be bothered. I might just go to sleep right now and sleep all the way through. Yeah, tomorrow I'll have the cringe compilation out, the 5th one, which is going to be a shouty one. It's an anger cope, rage cope one.
Oh, are you going to organize them in the playlist by the stages of grief?
No, they're just in chronological order. I released them.
Okay.
Apologies. Yeah. So, yeah, and then I'm going to do probably a Mike Blaze one, just because there's so much cringe with that guy.
Oh, yes.
We looked at that on Saturday, on the Sunday show as well, didn't we?
Oh, amazing.
Mike,
that was...
Who is my favourite of the cringe lords now.
Are you going to do a special intro for that one? Record a special intro about how special he is to you?
No, I think I just need to show the people.
Okay.
The people just need to know that he's know what he is, who he is, and the fact that he's the cringiest motherfucker in the history of the world. So
he is quite.
Yeah.
I don't mean, is he more cringe than the Mega Kid rapper?
Oh,
Little Trump. That was his name.
Little Trump. What was the? Oh my! I call my dick. I call my dick climate change.
Climate change.
Yeah. Oh God, I remember that now.
Because
I haven't thought
it
about
doesn't
that
exist. Because there's.
Yeah, because right wingers claim it's not real. Yeah. Anyway. Yes. Oh fuck's sake. Anyway, I need to end the show, don't I? That's what we're all waiting for. Actually, most people are fucked up, I think. But anyway, yeah, so go and subscribe to Kristi. Channel's linked below, as indeed is her Twitter. You can go and subscribe to me if you're on Twitch or YouTube and all the rest of it. All my social medias are below as well. And, yeah, thank you all for listening and watching. You are beautiful people, unless you're not, in which case, that's fine too. I'm not either. No? Oh, well, what's the point in compliment?
No, I thought...
What's the point?
Well, I just thought the pause and the silence was sort of a comedic timing.
No, I was just hoping, desperately.
Oh, right.
A crumb of friendly joy would come my way, but no, it's fine.
I was too busy being entertained, Kev.
Is that all I am? I'm not a pretty face. I'm just a performing fucking seal for you people. Is that what it is?
Or just throw fish in them.
I'm not Canadian. I don't know why you make those noises at me. Anyway, that's
racist.
That is incredibly racist. Anyway, thank you all for listening and watching. It's goodbye from me and goodbye from Kristi. Say goodbye, Kristi.
Goodbye.